What's up, chat? What's up, y'all boys, man? FSU continues. FSU continues, man. What's up, y'all boys, man? So, AJ, you think playing players out of position affects their awareness? I personally think so. If they don't have that, what's it called, team player. Different. I don't know if that second part matters. We back, man. We back. I personally feel like if you play, like, for example, you play a right tackle at left tackle and he don't have team player, I feel like you're getting a little decrease in awareness or some attribute. Do I know for a fact? No. But I do feel like that. That is how the game works. All right, man. We got the off-season live stream. Got the off-season. I got to figure out what we want to do this off-season. What we want to do, man. We coming off a national championship. What do we want to do this off-season? So you should start Delaware Dynasty soon. Delaware, little one-star dynasty. Let's cook. Fix the offense. Oh, yeah, in that last game, the offense did look bad, man. So one thing I want to do for next season, I want to get a new playbook. I think I want to get a new playbook just because we used that playbook for 2 seasons. And it's a solid book. It's definitely a solid book. But I feel like it's going to get repetitive, keep using the same playbook. So I definitely want to switch up the book here this entering next year. So your favorite is the USC air raid? I think my favorite is I liked USC last year. I think my favorite has been LSU. We'll get started here in a second, yeah, boys. I just want to I always want to give it like 2 minutes, let everyone get in here before we get started. So we give it like another minute or two. So they should put HBCUs in college football 27. They should add more teams. We'll see. My only issue is I don't want them to focus on HBCU. Like, I feel like there's other issues. My fault. That's what I should say. I feel like there's other issues that's more important before they can make add more teams. Like, for me, it's like you got to do the little things really well before you could, like, expand, if that makes sense. Like, we talking about adding more teams, but we didn't get our first roster update to week 9. I feel like that was the issue, man. I feel like that was the issue. And you add more teams, that roster update might come week 12 next year. So that's my only issue with. What's up, y'all boys? What's up? So I did that LSU Joe Burrow thing with Hawaii. Yeah, man. You said after 2 years of being an offensive coordinator, you might bro, all the recruiting sucks, bro. Stinks. All right, let's get started. We gave it a couple minutes. Everyone that's in here is in here, man. Make this a little bit smaller. Connor, you said I helped you recruiting a lot, man. I appreciate you being here, bro. Glad to help. Glad to help. All right, let's get started. Said, good to see you growing, man. Say you deserve it. Go Tigers. I appreciate you, bro. Go Tigers, man. I really do appreciate you. He said, what did you say about HBCU teams? I ain't say nothing bad. All I said was I want them to focus on fixing the little things with Dynasty before they expand. And the example I brought up was like we didn't get a roster update until week 9, which I felt like was way too late. Like the season was, I mean, week 9. Come on. But if they add more teams, then they got more players to upgrade, and it's gonna. So it's like I feel like you need to do a little things good, and then they could expand. All right, let's get started. Players leaving. Just the offseason is here for FSU, man. The offseason is here after phenomenal run, man. I can't talk enough about the season that this FSU team had. We lost 3 games this season. We lost to Michigan early in the season. We lost to Florida the last game of the season. We lost to Clemson in the ACC championship. 3 games we lost. Well, guess what? Our first playoff game, guess who we get? Florida. At Florida, in the swamp. We drained the swamp, beat them boys. Oh, guess what? The next game we get, who was it? Clemson. We get Clemson in the next round of playoffs. What we do? We handle business, and we beat Clemson. Next round, we get Ole Miss. We cook Ole Miss. Wasn't an issue at all. And then the national championship, who do we get in the Natty? The 3rd team we lost to this season. And the team we lost to last year in the Rose Bowl, Michigan. The number 1 team in the nation. They have a very good roster. CJ Carter starting the quarterback. Absolute dogfight. The score ends in a nasty, absolutely nasty 10-7. I believe we put up that 7 points, that touchdown for us to take the lead in the 4th quarter. I believe it was the 4th quarter. At that point, we just had to hold them off. The defense absolutely balled out. The D-line had their best game of the season. And Michigan tried to go back-to-back. Or they actually lost last year at the Natty. So, yeah, they made a Natty 2 years in a row. Shout out to Michigan. They going crazy with CJ Carr. But we take care of business, man. We take care of business. Crazy, perfect story. Literally a perfect story, man. Now, offseason. We do have some stuff to fix on this team, man. We need to kind of make some adjustments to the offense. And one thing to note that I don't know if everyone knows yet, but star quarterback, hold up, let's actually just pull it up so y'all guys can see what's going on here, man. Because I don't know if everyone knows yet, but y'all should if y'all don't. And let's just show y'all, man. Let's just show y'all. Let's just show y'all, man. Let's just show y'all. Come on, man. Come on, man. He's back. He is back, man. Rashawn Slater, he was going through contract negotiations during his whole playoff run, and we end up settling on a $2.5 million deal. It's only a 1-year deal. So next year I might have to pay him again, man. Next year, got to pay him again, man. Yesterday's price is not today's price, but we do end up getting a quarterback re-signed. Now, what does that mean for the rest of the quarterback room? Hey, they ain't happy. They're not happy, man. They're not happy. But we do bring back Rashawn. I'm very excited and very happy about that. Now, speaking of that quarterback room, let's look at it. Players leaving. This is right after the postseason. Dallas Wilson is a guy that I will argue had a pretty bad end to his season. Like, his stats look good. I'll argue his playoff run was pretty bad, man. 8 drops, and I feel like a lot of those drops came in the postseason. A lot of them drops came in the postseason. But he is deciding to go to the NFL early and be a first-round draft pick, man. He's a guy that we brought into the portal. I mean, from the portal, and he came in and he produced in the regular season. He at least got us here to the playoffs and to the national championship. But looks like he's going to go on to be a first-round pick. Okay, nothing we could do. No chance to bring him back. Cortland Guillory is another guy we brought in this last portal class. Corner, I feel like he played very well. Only 1 interception, but they don't tell you the whole story. I feel like he played very, very well for this defense and was a key part of this national championship run. It looks like he's also leaving early to be a second-round draft pick. Hopefully, he ends up going in the first round. Kevin, this is one we knew about. We knew he was going to enter the portal. Like, it was kind of given at this point. He never got an opportunity. He was always in the doghouse for Marcus Vale. So this is one that's not expected, unexpected at all. He has potential. Hopefully he gets somewhere to play, find somewhere to play. But he also didn't fit our offense. He's a dual threat quarterback. We're looking for more pocket passers. So didn't really fit what we want to do. One of our backup centers is entering the portal. That's fine. Joey Flowers is a name that hurts a little bit, man. That's a name that kind of hurts. The 5-star quarterback, committed to the program. He was a 5-star bust. When we got him, we was pretty excited. He's from Texas. Skill caps are pretty good. Like, he's going to be a hell of a player one day for somebody. Accuracy, unlimited. And he's a big body, man. 6'4", only 187 pounds, but he'll grow and get better. I wouldn't be surprised in 2-3 years we see Joey Flowers in, some conversations for the Heisman or even quarterback of the year, some of those things, golden arm, because he got everything it takes. He's going to leave. Obviously, re-sign our starting quarterback, and the 5-star wants to play. Who are we to try to stop him from playing, man? There's no path. There's no path for him to get on the field right now. And it's not college football 5-6 years ago where 5-star is going to wait. And then we lose some more backup linemen. We won't even try to convince him to come back. We're fine with that. And then our backup kicker also wants some playing time. So we're not going to try to convince any of these guys to come back. We're fine. We'll be okay. We'll be okay, man. We'll be okay. Now, what do that mean for the portal? Hey, we need a quarterback. We need a quarterback. We lose out on all 3 of our backup quarterbacks at this point. Kevin, Joey, and guess who else? Brock Glenn. Brock Glenn, man. He looks like he's not going to make the league. He's going to try to make a push, but he obviously did not have a good year. Got benched for a redshirt freshman, and we haven't seen him since. Edwin Joseph, a guy that actually, probably going to 9 to 5 bro. Edwin Joseph is a guy that played okay. Whenever he was on the field, I always questioned if he should be, but he played solid. He played good enough to be our 3rd, 4th string corner, but we might need corner. We'll see. We might need corner. KJ Kirkland, only 82 overall player. He played well with 3 interceptions. You see the tackles. He played extremely well. He was on the field quite a bit for us. This is going to be one that hurts to lose. Caleb, he was on the field a little bit, didn't play too much. He was a transfer. Lose our starting left tackle. What's up, champ? How y'all boys doing, man? How y'all boys doing? Timeless Buckeye, what's up, bro? You said congrats on the natty. Couldn't last. You say, but you caught the rust this morning. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you being here, man. Yeah, it was late last night when we finished up. Who else? Timepiece, what's up, bro? Just trying to catch up on everyone. So we lose our starting left tackle, KJ Sampson, only 3 sacks. I feel like he didn't produce as much as he could have, but definitely was a guy that was in the middle of the defense, and he played solid. Wasn't like a star like we wanted him to be. Joe Jackson, he is going to try to make an NFL push, man. Look at his wear and tear. So it's better now. His season wear and tear was absolutely cooked, but I guess after the season ended, it reset. Now, his career wear and tear being that low, I don't know what that means for the NFL. But it can't be good. He's projected to be a 3rd-round draft pick right now. And John Henry is expected to be a 1st-round draft pick. Wow, I am very happy to see that because he deserves it. He deserves it, man. When I brought in John Henry 2 years ago, he was talented already. He was very talented already. Where did he transfer from? Or was he? No, he wasn't already on this roster, right? But he was talented day one. Utah is where he came from. And just look at the production, man. 9.5 sacks last season, 11.5 this season. But when I say all of this stuff, or majority of these numbers came in the postseason, like in the national championship, that man had 3 sacks. In the game against Ole Miss, he had, a sack and the pick 6? Like, come on, man. Come on. This is going to be a solid pro, bro. This is going to be a solid pro. He said Joe Jackson might have a 5-year career if he lucky, man. But yeah, John Henry, he's one of them guys that just, and hold on, I got to show you his attributes because he's a 93 overall with the boost. He should be way better than, in my opinion. Like, look at his attributes. What's his archetype? Power rusher. 97 power moves, 96 finesse moves, 85 strength, 82 hit power, all that stuff, 88 acceleration, 79 speed. So maybe the speed is what's holding him back. Maybe. Run stopping, 93 block shedding, 88 tackling, 99 pursuit, 92 awareness, 92 play recognition. Where is this not a 99 overall player? Like, what am I missing? What am I missing? He looks like the best defensive lineman in the draft class, man. He just does. So I'm happy to see he's going to be a first-round draft pick in this class, man. Edge rushers always are valued more than other positions. Devon Patterson, man, the Jim Thorpe Award winner, is projected to be a 7th-round draft pick, man. I got to show my boy some love, man. I got to show my boy some love. Hey, he was a guy that transferred over from Wake Forest. He's from the state of Florida. When Marcus Vale took over, he wanted to come back home and be a part of something special, and he contributed tremendously. He's not super talented. He's not super athletic. What he does is work hard. That's what you could say about Patterson, man. I think he has to get a chance in the league at safety, maybe even move down to linebacker. I think that's a sleeper pick for Patterson, man. Like I say, he's not the fastest, but his coverages has developed to be very good. Like, this is good coverage ability. Also, like I said, the speed, not great. Run support, okay. So definitely would need to improve that if you're going to move down to linebacker. Not the strongest, even though you have great hit power. And his catching is pretty solid. But Jim Thorpe Award winner, we relied on him a lot. And he produced a lot. We can look at his stats also here. I think the craziest stat he has is these pass deflections. 22 pass deflections for a safety is crazy. That's crazy. With 83 tackles, 10 for loss, 1.5 sacks, 4 picks. No pick sixes, but phenomenal year, man, for Patterson. He said, "Did you do a podcast after the Natty?" No, I got the podcast queued up, man. Once we get through this, we'll talk about play the podcast, man, for the Natty. He said, "You don't know what team to use for Dynasty. Can you pick the team?" If you're gonna let me pick, what's up, Lord? How you, bro? If you're gonna let me pick, I say go Maryland, man. Said you play high school ball with Edwin Joseph brother. Okay, we might get Buddy on the team. You say, yeah, Ole Miss right now. Might get Buddy on the team. Right guard looks like he's going to 9 to 5, but not quite good enough. Devon Keys is another one, man. Transferred from LSU. He came over really as a 3-star transfer. Right, kind of slept on in the portal, but we saw the value. You know, we knew all about Devon Keys, and he's a fast linebacker, but he produced tremendously, especially when we don't have no good linebackers on this roster. We didn't have no good linebackers, so when we was able to get Keys, instant starter. We knew day one he was going to be a guy in this linebacker room, and you see the production. You know, he wasn't on the field every single snap. A lot of nickel and dime packages here. He's not even out there. But 73 tackles, 11 for loss, 1.5 sacks, 1 pick, the 2 forced fumbles. And remember the forced fumble he had in the playoffs. Remember that forced fumble he had in the playoffs, man. I remember it. He knocked the ball out, but it might have been a backward pass. So they end up calling it a fumble because he knocked the ball out, backwards pass. And then D'Angelo Boyd came up with the scoop and score, and we got a touchdown. So very, very good year for Devon Keys. Looks like he is going to go on to be a draft pick as well. Looks like he's projected to be in the 5th round, but that's great to see. John Walker, another guy here that from the state of Florida came in and produced day one. He's a big body, 6'4", 326 pounds is what he's listed at right now. And his production was good. 9 sacks from a D tackle with that weight. That's impressive. That's extremely impressive, man. He's an all-power. He's an all bull rush type guy, man. He's gonna get up inside your pads and he gonna make you feel it. But that power moves, 98 power moves, so he got some legit juice inside with the 95 strength. The speed is also not terrible. It's not terrible for his weight, man. Block shedding is also good. I mean, we losing our, best 3 defensive linemen. We losing all our production on the D-line. That's one thing I did not realize until now. Literally all of our production. John Henry, John Walker, and then also KJ, where he's at? The D tackle, KJ Sampson. That's all our production on D-line. We literally did not have anyone else produce pretty much anything. And then last one down here is going to be Creed Whitmore. He's projected to be a first-round pick. He transferred over and just produced. Another kid from Florida. I wonder what school did he come from. I actually do not know. Let's see. He came over from Utah. We stole a couple kids from Utah, but he came over here to the ACC and just balled out. Like 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, and was a key player in the playoff run. All the good things, man. Shout out to Creed Whitmore and everything he did for this program. And it's also what he did for the quarterback, Rashawn Slater. Just make his day easier. So I said, we're not going to do anything as far as like trying to convince guys to come back. I don't think it's worth it. I wonder, is there anything in this coach I should upgrade right now? I personally don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, I want to get a talent developer, but I can't get it until we have these 2 first-rounders drafted. For example, we're going to have 2 first-round receivers. I would love to have this tier 1 talent developer. I would love to have that. Now, I think we'll have it. I think we have it on our defensive coordinator. We do. Perfect. So when we have them 2 first-round drafts, at least we'll get some type boost for the defense or for the receivers and tight ends. And we'll also have Cortland Guillory. He should go pretty high. So having this talent developer is pretty good. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and listen to the podcast about that national championship game, man. Let's see what they gotta say.
Let's unpack this, because usually when we sit down to talk about a national championship in modern college football, we're talking about absolute firework.
Right, we expect points.
A lot of points.
We're used to quarterbacks throwing for 400 yards, scoreboards just lighting up. It's all about flash and speed and, those highlight reels.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're looking at today, this Florida State title, it's something completely different. It wasn't a shootout. It wasn't pretty. It was, frankly, a brawl.
It really was. And if you just look at that final score, Florida State 10, Michigan 7, that looks like a score from, 1985?
Looks like a typo, yeah.
It does. But that score, it tells you everything you need to know about how this team was built. This wasn't about stat padding. This was about program mythology.
Program mythology. I like that. That's a heavy term. It fits, though, because they did the one thing nobody expected. They won ugly. And I think the mission for us today is to figure out how a team that was supposedly too young at quarterback, burdened with too much NIL drama, managed to pull this off.
Right, because 10-7, that is not how you draw it up on a whiteboard.
No, absolutely not. So let's start right there. The national championship game.
Okay, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Everyone's expecting Florida State's offense, which had been, humming in the playoffs, trying to run up the score. But that's not what happened at all.
No. This game was built in the dark, so to speak. It was just trench warfare. The narrative going in was all about the QBs, but the game was decided entirely by the defensive line.
The stats are just ridiculous. Florida State's defense put on the performance of the year, 7 total sacks.
7? I mean, that's absurd for a championship game. Usually in these big games, you're lucky to get 2, maybe 3.
Exactly. The offensive lines are supposed to be elite.
And it wasn't just the sacks. It was countless tackles for loss. You have to understand, Michigan's whole identity is built on just running the ball, wearing you down, and breaking your will.
An inevitability, right?
Exactly. But in this game, they never found a rhythm. I mean, their drives were ending before they could even really begin.
And we have to talk about John Henry, because if anyone made a statement that night, it was him.
Oh, a first-round statement, absolutely.
At the biggest stage.
He delivered the game of his life, 3 sacks. But it was more than that. It was the constant presence. When a defensive end plays like that, he changes the entire geometry of the field.
He forces them to change protections.
Right, they're sliding coverage his way, keeping tight ends in to block. He was forcing panic throws all night. If you're an NFL scout in that stadium, you're just closing your notebook. You've seen enough.
And then on the other side of the ball, you have the quarterback, Rashawn Slaughter. And this is where it gets really interesting for me. You look at his box score, and it's fine.
It's fine. It's not explosive.
But he was the MVP.
And that's the whole nuance of the position, right?
Yeah.
That's what separates good teams from legends. Rashawn Slaughter didn't need to throw for 5 touchdowns.
No.
He needed nerve. This is a freshman, remember? And he managed the game. He protected the football. He made the throws when they absolutely had to be made.
He didn't lose the game for them, which in a 10-7 fight is exactly how you win the game.
Precisely. He had composure. And let's not forget, this is the same kid who set the ACC record with 50 touchdowns in a season. The firepower is there.
Oh, yeah, we know he can launch it.
But this game demanded grit, not flash.
Yeah.
And he delivered. When that final whistle blew, it wasn't just celebration, it was like relief.
Yeah.
Then chaos.
The realization that they'd survived a street fight. But to really get why that was so impressive, we have to rewind. Because this team wasn't just built on the field. It was built through what our sources call a bought-in revolution.
Let's pause here for a second, man, and let's just look at the players drafted, man. Let's look, man. So Creed Whitmore,
Shazam!
hey, appreciate the follow, bro. Creed Whitmore is the first one off the board, which is maybe a little bit surprising. I thought it'd maybe be John Henry. If you ask who the best player on this team, I'll probably say between John Henry, or at least best guy that was going to the draft. I'll say probably between John Henry and Creed Whitmore. Was Dallas Wilson probably be a little bit down on that list. But he got potential. He got all the tools. He's 6'3", 221 pounds with speed. So NFL guys probably like that. But Creed, first one off the board. Wilson, and then John Henry seems like he went in the back half of the first round. John Walker and Cortland Guillory goes in the second round here. Joe Jackson does end up being a third-round pick. Devon Keys and Brock Glenn ends up being a 6th-round draft pick, a day 3 guy. Brock Glenn, man. Brock Glenn. Good old Brock, man. Creed has a high ceiling? Yeah, I think Creed has a high ceiling. I think Dallas Wilson has an even higher ceiling, though, just because how big, tall he is and fast. Wow, Brock Glenn, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Shout out to Brock. Helping out the pro potential in the room a little bit. They obviously taking that off of the previous year, man. They obviously taking that from the previous year. You said the AI commentary hella good? Yo, what's the sliders? I'll show you in a second, bro. What's up, Rook? How you, bro? So I've been watching on YouTube, had to come to Twitch. Hey, I appreciate you, big dog. He said, how you do the interview stuff? So I dropped a YouTube video on it today, like specifically showing you how I do it, but I'll tell you the website. I use Notebook LM. But if you want to show like actually detail, like me showing you what I do, I use chat and Notebook. I got a video on the YouTube showing you exactly how I do it. That I dropped literally today. Brooklyn sucks. And Devon Patterson, man, the Jim Thorpe Award winner, goes all the way in the 6th round, man. Like, this is a guy that don't really project to be a great NFL player. And that happens, man. Sometimes guys will be great college football players and they just don't project to be great NFL players. And sometimes it's the opposite. Guys not great or great college players and they go to the league and they're amazing. That's just how it goes sometimes, man. That's just how it goes sometimes. Let's take a look at our recruiting class. Let's finish up this podcast.
And this gets right into the elephant in the room for modern college sports.
Yeah.
NIL money.
Name, image, and likeness.
Yeah. When Coach Marcus Vale took over, he had a reputation problem. So they created this concept of structured money.
Structured money. I love that term. What does that even mean for, a 19-year-old?
It's actually brilliant. The contracts were tied to things like production, leadership, even academic benchmarks. Vale has this quote, "Money opens the door. Discipline keeps you inside."
So it wasn't just a handout.
No, it was an investment with expectations. But that whole money situation created some serious awkwardness in the quarterback room.
Oh, I was reading through this financial breakdown. My jaw just dropped.
It's one of the most unique dynamics in sports. You had the backup, Brock Glenn, on a $2 million deal.
$2 million to hold a clipboard. That's a nice gig.
It's incredible work. And then you have the starter, the guy winning the games, Rashawn Slaughter, his initial deal, $500,000.
So the backup is making 4 times what the star is making.
Exactly. Now, in most locker rooms, that destroys the team. That's jealousy, resentment, cryptic tweets. But what's so wild is Slaughter didn't complain. He just won. He let his play do the negotiating. And the team saw that. They saw the depth chart wasn't decided by the bank account.
And they spent heavily elsewhere, too. The war chest.
Oh, yeah. The total class value was around $9.8 million. They got guys like Elijah Fields, John Dome 4-4. But the key takeaway is they didn't just buy stars. They bought belief. Guys who fit that mindset.
Okay, so you have this expensive, talented, kind of financially weird roster. And the season starts with, well, absolute chaos. We have to talk about week 4.
The turning point.
Yeah.
Week 4 against Michigan, same team. But it was a completely different movie. Florida State lost that game 28-7.
It wasn't just a loss, it was a meltdown.
It was. Brock Glenn, the $2 million man, threw 3 interceptions. He looked rattled. And Coach Vale made maybe the boldest call of his career. He didn't just bench him. He basically suspended QB1.
He sent a message.
A huge one. The money doesn't matter. If you don't perform, you don't play. And that's when Rashawn Slaughter, enters the chat.
As a true freshman, thrown into the fire against Miami, down 14 euro.
A nightmare scenario.
Mm.
Most freshmen fold right there.
Mm-hmm.
He brought them all the way back to win 35-14.
Yeah.
And he never looked back. That was the moment.
It wasn't a straight shot from there, was it? There was that late season adversity. Our sources called it the cruelest version of hope.
Right. They lose to Florida, and the way they lost was just brutal. Rashawn throws a pick 6 to seal it.
Ouch.
Yeah. They drop to rank number 9. The whole season feels like it's slipping away, and then they have to play Florida again. And that game, that was the coaching match.
No, we're going to call her Brittany. Brittany be tripping, bro. She'd be making all these sound effects, bro. We're going to call Brittany on the podcast. She be tripping.
Masterclass.
This is my favorite part of the whole story. The rematch. Halftime, it's 21-21. Florida's receiver, Aiden Mazzell, is just torching them.
He looked like he was playing a different sport.
And Vale does something you just don't see. He benches a full-time starter at corner, D'Angelo Boyce, mid-game. And he takes Devon Patterson, the Jim Thorpe Award winner, the best safety in the country.
And moves him to cornerback.
Okay, explain for the listener why that is such a massive risk. It's not just moving a guy around in the secondary, right?
Oh, it's a huge gamble.
Yeah.
Think of it like taking your best center fielder and telling him to play shortstop in the middle of the World Series.
Wow, okay.
Safety is about seeing the whole field. Cornerback is about being on an island. It's you versus their fastest guy running backward. It's totally different footwork, different hips. If Patterson fails, he gets burned for an instant touchdown.
A desperate move.
Calculated desperation. And it worked. They dominated the second half, won 49-28. That moment just galvanized the entire defense.
So they survive that. They get into the postseason, and they start looking like a machine. The ACC championship against Clemson, that was a statement.
Surgical domination.
Yeah.
41-14.
Right.
And Clemson has a great QB in Bryce Underwood. FSU held him to 106 yards and 0 touchdowns.
0 TDs for Underwood is unheard of.
It's insane. And then you had that 100-yard interception return from Zay Thomas.
Yeah.
That's a 14-point swing that just breaks a team spirit.
But then they hit the Cotton Bowl against Ole Miss, and that was a different kind of test, more of a survival game.
Ole Miss brings that speed and chaos. FSU won 31-24, but the real story was the emergence of the future. Freshman receiver Maka Nakamura, 11 catches, 102 yards.
Stepping up when it mattered most.
Exactly. But it came at a cost. Their steady running back, Joe Jackson, got hurt. And that was the question hanging over them heading into the Natty. Could they win without him?
Which brings us full circle. Back to that 10-7 brawl against Michigan. They did it. They won the ugly way. Confetti, banners, legend status. But the story doesn't end there, does it?
No, in modern college football, the season never really ends. The aftermath is almost as volatile as the season itself.
2 days, that's all it took. Rashawn Slaughter gets paid.
And he deserved it. 1 year, $2.5 million. He goes from the bargain to the franchise phase.
Right.
He's coming back for legacy. But you have to see the ripple effect.
Because you still have other quarterbacks in that room.
You do. You have 5-star QB Joey Flowers. He sees Slaughter coming back. The path is blocked. Now the sources say he's getting ready to enter the transfer portal.
That's the cost of stability at the top. You lose your depth.
It's the paradox of winning.
Yeah.
You win the title, but you lose your insurance policy.
Yeah.
And it's not just transfers. The NFL comes calling.
Creed Whitmore, Dallas Wilson, Cortland Guillory. These aren't just players, they're leaders.
Gone to the draft. So you immediately have 3 huge holes to fill. 3 leaders gone.
But the sources do say the core remains. You've got Slaughter. Nakamura looks ready for that WR1 role. You've got the running back of the future in Usmane Kroma. And that defensive front is still mostly intact.
So it's not a rebuild, it's a reload. But the psychological challenge is totally different now.
Right. So what's next for Marcus Vale? He climbed the mountain. Now what?
The sources put it perfectly. Building a champion is difficult. Defending one, that's how legends are made.
The pressure just multiplies.
It does. When you're the hunter, you have that edge. You can use disrespect as fuel, the whole nobody believes in us thing.
Yeah.
But when you're the hunted, everyone circles you on the calendar. They aren't scared of you anymore. They want to be the ones to knock you off.
That's the season after greatness. It's the most dangerous phase. Can a team built on being the underdog survive being the target?
That's a completely different mindset. It requires a level of maturity that, money can't buy.
It's just incredible to look back at the whole arc. From the NIL awkwardness to week 4, to the benchings, to that ugly, violent, perfect win. They didn't win by being perfect. They won by being relentless.
They lost games, they lost players, they lost comfort, but they never lost belief. And that right there is why this championship becomes program mythology. It wasn't given to them, it was taken.
And now the question I want to leave you with, listener, is this. We saw the cost of getting there, the injuries, the drama, the pressure. Now that the trophy is in the case, is the price of staying there too high? Can this culture of grit survive its own success?
That's the multi-million-dollar question, isn't it?
Thanks for diving in with us. We'll be watching very closely to see if this dynasty can defend the throne.
So, we got some decisions to make, man. We don't have a ton of roster spots left, and that's on purpose. Like, we always wanted this rebuild to be more focused on high school. Now, we need some transfers. Like, for me, let's look at the roster, but right now, my mindset is, what do we need in the portal? I will argue we need linemen, D linemen, because we lose 3 starters, but all 3 of the starters were the 3 guys that produced on the D-line. So we're losing all of our production. And why did we win that national championship? Guess what? The D-line played insane. We had 7 sacks as a team. We lost all of that production, all in this, draft class. So that's kind of number 1 priority is retool the D-line, right? Retool the D-line. What else do we need? We need another quarterback. So right now, Brock Glenn, I hate that they have the guys that graduated still on the roster. Like, come on, bro. You already got drafted. But right now, we only have Rashawn Slaughter at quarterback, and we have the true freshman coming in to be the backup. We need to add at least one more quarterback, in my opinion. Need at least one more quarterback on this roster. Running back, see, my issue is like, we could rock out with the running back room. We 100% could. But we do have a pretty highly touted running back that we could go after in the portal. Do we need him? I don't know. Maybe not, because we do have Chroma returning. And then we have freshmen that could maybe one of these guys jump up. So running back might not be a real priority. We do lose both the first-round draft picks at receiver. BJ Gibson, I thought he's going to transfer. For some reason, he's still here. We'll take you, but BJ Gibson is a kick returner for us. He's not a receiver. He's a kick returner. Now, we obviously got the 2 young Lions, the 5 stars. We expect both these guys to play a big role. do you bring in one transfer receiver? And I think the answer is yes. Because outside of these two, I don't see anyone else that's going to be amazing. Like, yeah, nobody else has a development trait. Normal development, normal for the two freshmen, and then impact. So I think one transfer receiver is realistic. Even though we do bring in, we do bring in a 5-star freshman. What's his name? Ty Burton. The 6'5" big body, we do bring him in. So maybe we don't go receiver route. Decisions. He only has impact development, though, that one guy we're bringing in. Tight end, we're kind of okay at tight end. Yeah, we okay. Morgan didn't transfer. I was a little bit nervous that Morgan would transfer. He's still here. Perfect. The elite development, gritty possession. He might jump up and be the starter. Like, Tayshawn played well. He ended with 800 yards, but, bro, he was dropping the hell out that pill, man. Towards the end of the year, just dropping the ball, bro, and that's something you can't do. We could use one starting lineman. One starting lineman, especially a left tackle, is what I'm good with, because we return our starting center, and then our backup center has star development traits, so maybe he could go play guard. Then we did have some freshmen with elite development, so like maybe you could jump up and play somewhere. Maybe you could jump up. Shaquille Ezekiel, what a name. You graduated, but we also have you elite development. So one of these linemen is going to jump up. So we could really use and then we have our starting right tackle returning. So we could use one starting offensive lineman, but we don't need it. D-line, this is where it gets weird. Now, we do return the twins. Are they twins or just brothers? I think they're just brothers, maybe. Are they twins? We do return the brothers. What's up, coach? You said it's an AI podcast. That's dope. Yes, sir. Notebook LM. It's is what it is. Just go D-line. He said, how to transfer portal, the more years you sim, bro. It get worse and worse, bro, in my opinion. The more you sim. Twins, yeah, I think I know they're brothers. I just don't know if they're twins. But I don't know if they're both good enough to be starters. Like, I mean, he had 6 sacks last season. He has 6 sacks. And his attributes, he's more of a power rusher. Okay, so, and then Williams is still here, but Williams just don't be producing. Bro. He got the finesse moves. Maybe he don't play enough, but I feel like he be out there and he just do not be producing. Now, we got some guys. Damn, we have like a freshman elite development guy? No. No, yeah, we ain't had no young dogs, I guess. So yeah, we could use one D lineman, D tackle. Yeah, we need a D tackle. So this is where, okay, we did have you. You was the young elite development guy. So he should be able to start this upcoming year. Power rusher. But yeah, we need at least a transfer D tackle. At least one, maybe two. So 2 transfer linemen is kind of what I'm getting at. The linebacker core. Okay, we return our Sam linebackers, but they all buns. I do remember that. They're twins. They're twins from Miami. Appreciate that. Devon Keys graduates. We do have some young guys like Cleveland, Dom. So maybe when these guys jump up, we do bring in some pretty good young linebackers too. We can use one linebacker is what I'll say. One linebacker. Secondary. So we lose Cortland Guillory. D'Angelo Boyd he had a bad year. I feel like we got to bring in one corner. Could we lose Cortland and we lose Edwin Joseph? And we do have Antonio Cromartie Jr., man. Maybe he figure it out. And then the young guys here, star development impact. I could use one corner. And then one safety. Because KJ graduates, but we'd still have Thomas. And then Patterson,
Shazam!
but we still have Frederick. So Frederick could even move to... Hey, appreciate the follow, man. Appreciate the follows, yeah, boys. Frederick could even move to corner if needed. I wouldn't be mad at that. He could even move to corner. I think he got everything we would want at corner. He even got the instinct ability. Maybe that's why he was so good this past year, man. Like, he played very well as a true freshman. And maybe it's because he got that instinct ability. He's our only safety with it. All right, so what did we conclude? We could use everything. One of everything, almost. All right, let's come back over here to the recruiting class. So I think, so if you're new here and you didn't really see our recruiting class, this is probably one of the most underwhelming recruiting classes I've put together with like 4 and 5-star players. Like, we signed nothing but 4 5-star gems. And let me just quickly just show you what I'm talking about when I say underwhelming. Chip Sizemore, we scouted everyone, normal development 4-star. Running back, we signed 2 5-star running backs. Zach, 5-star, impact development. Okay. 5-star gem. Impact development. 4-star from the state of Florida, impact development. We signed 3 running backs, and like, come on, bro. All impact. Come on. Go to the receivers. 5-star, 6'5". Losing my voice. Ty Burton. He scored 2,000 points in high school basketball. He's a 2-sport athlete. He wanted to walk on the basketball team at FSU. We said, no, buddy, you're not good enough. Pick a sport. Impact development for the 5-star. Clayton, 95 speedster, 6'4", big body, normal. We got super unlucky with a lot of these guys' development traits, man. Like, come over here, no tight end. Come over here to the O-lineman. Impact for the 4-star. Paul, normal, 4-star. Normal, another 4-star. None of these guys are busts. Come over here to the guards. 4-star Jim, impact development trait. No center committed. Defensive lineman, here where it starts to get good. 5-star defensive lineman, as setter, star development, we take that. Elite development, defensive lineman, 5-star, we'll take that. Speed rusher, we'll take all that. And maybe you should start day 1. Maybe we really don't need a top transfer. And then impact development, 4-star gem, impact development, unfortunate. D-tackle, we do have 3 D-tackle commits. Impact, normal, star development. But the 5-star impact development. It's like, damn, bro, why these 5 stars?
Shazam!
Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro, work with me. 4-star impact development. Brandon, appreciate the follow, bro. 4-star impact. Middle linebacker gets a little bit better here. 5-star lurker, star development trade. Then elite for the 4-star thumping middle linebacker. Elite for the middle linebacker. So we do get some luck here. And then impact for the athlete thumper. Corners, we signed 2 5-star corners, star and elite development trade. So we can't be mad there. We really don't need that many transfers as I think. I'm glad I looked at this recruiting class, because now looking at this, like, we really, really don't need, like, we don't need a corner transfer. We bring in 2 5-stars. One of them should play day 1. Especially the bump and run guy here with elite. I mean, he got the speed and the man coverage and the press. We don't run that much zone. This is a day one starter at corner, so we really don't need that much. Our safety, 4-star impact. We do need a safety. I will say that we do need to bring in the safety here. All right, let's come back over here to the transfer portal, and let's just go over what we need one more time. So we already have a safety. Deshaun Spears, transfer from LSU. He's going to come in as a hybrid safety. That's absolutely perfect for the type of scheme that we're running, the 4-2-5. That's perfect. And he would fit right in. We lose Devon Patterson, and we replace them with Devon Spears. And it makes sense from Deshaun perspective. We just had a safety win the Jim Thorpe Award. If you're a safety in the portal, why wouldn't you look at FSU first? Why wouldn't you? So hopefully we're able to get him. We'll pursue him definitely. Now we could go after Clayton here, who is a boundary corner from Auburn. I'm not quite sure if we need him, the more I think about it. I would much rather continue to develop our young guys than let me scout him. Let me see how he looks. Left tackle, we'll definitely go after him. We could use a starting left tackle. We could use a middle linebacker. I will say that we can use a linebacker. Receiver, D tackle. We can use a D tackle. I'm not going to bring in a running back. We just don't have room. And I think I'm actually not going to bring in the D lineman other than a D tackle. I'm not going to bring an edge rusher, I don't think. Let's scout. I do need to find one spot for a receiver. Or excuse me, for a quarterback, because we do need to bring in at least one backup quarterback. Okay. So 94, 98 acceleration. This is the hybrid safety. Blow up on purple. Looks like a hell of a player from Denham Springs, Louisiana. Number 2 player in the portal. It'd be a hell of a get. Clayton, let's see what you look like. 98 acceleration. Oh, man, he does not fit the scheme. I mean, I'm glad I scouted. Is he terrible? No, he's going to come in as a junior, so he could continue to develop, but I don't think so. Y'all let me know something. You said 5-star gems with impact. Did they make a change? I don't think they made a change, man. I think we're just getting unlucky. I think we're getting unlucky. Pass? Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass, man. The left tackle from Georgia Tech. He's a pass protector. And he looks like what we're looking for here, man. He got some abilities already. 6'6". Just under 300 pounds.
Shazam!
See if he want to come over here and play left tackle for us, man. Showtime. Appreciate the follow. While we just go through this, let's put a podcast on where they talk about kind of our draft class. We had I don't even count 7, 8 players get drafted. Brock Glenn, maybe the most surprising one of the bunch. But let's see what they got to say about the draft class.
Today we're doing a deep
quick.
dive into Florida State's draft class. We've got scout reports,
The receiver.
post-draft analysis, the works.
Right.
And the mission here is to figure out if Marcus Vale actually built a
I
dynasty
need
or if he
speed
just
right now at
bought
receiver.
one.
That is the $1 million question.
That's what I need.
Because
speed.
for 2 whole seasons, the loudest voice in college football was that FSU was basically a house of cards.
All
Okay.
built with NIL
I like
money.
that.
Exactly. The narrative was that they were just buying wins, hiring a bunch of mercenaries.
And the theory there is that can't last, that the locker room will just fracture because there's no actual loyalty.
Precisely. But this draft class, I mean, it didn't just quiet that talk. It completely dismantled it.
Okay, so let's start at the top, round 1. First Seminole off the board is Creed Whitmore,
Yeah.
which is
That's
interesting
okay.
because he's not your typical physical freak. He's not the biggest or fastest guy.
Not at all. And that's what makes him the perfect symbol for this whole Marcus
I don't
Vale
think he
era.
looks
He was
better than-
precise. A technician.
He just knew how to get open.
Always. Whether it was a punt return or that legendary game where he just torched Florida in the swamp, he just gets it.
Which is such a sharp contrast to the other first-round receiver, Dallas Wilson.
A completely different animal. Wilson is what scouts call a traits guy.
He's the matchup nightmare, the jump ball guy.
Absolutely. The NFL frame, all of it.
But I have to push back a little. I mean, Wilson drove fans crazy sometimes. The drops, the inconsistencies.
Sure, that was real.
drops.
But the NFL bets on the ceiling, not the floor. They bet on what a guy can
too
do
damn
when
big
the
to
lights
drop
are
that ball.
brightest.
And he showed up in big games.
He did. And here's the real insight. Getting 2 receivers
Need
drafted
speed
in the
at
first
receiver,
round.
man.
That's not a coincidence.
No, that's elite coaching. It proves you can develop 2 totally different types of players to the highest level.
And you saw that same development on the other side of the ball with John Daly.
Daly is the prototype. Explosive but disciplined. And that second word is the key.
Because a lot of edge rushers just chase stats,
Right.
They hunt for sacks.
Right, and they leave huge gaps in the run defense. Daly chased the quarterback, but he always played within the scheme. The NFL loves that.
Okay, so the first round proves they've got elite high-end talent. But the mercenary argument is always about a lack of heart, a lack of depth.
And that's where the middle rounds just kill that argument dead. Look at the third round, Joe Jackson.
The heart of that offense.
Played through so much pain late in the season, never complained. Or Davon Keys in the fourth, he was a transfer.
The exact kind of player people accuse of just chasing a check.
Exactly. But he didn't go to Tallahassee to cash out. He went there for structure, for accountability.
Damn, Buddy put up
He
1,200
found it.
yards.
I want to skip ahead to the sixth round, though, because for me, this was the most telling pick of the entire draft. Brock Glenn.
The legends, not headlines moment. Think about how rare that is. A backup quarterback getting drafted.
It almost never happens. He lost the job to Rashawn Slaughter. In today's game, the playbook says you hit the transfer portal immediately.
But he didn't.
Let's
He
add this
stayed.
guy.
He competed. He supported the guy who beat him out.
So when a team drafts him,
I need
they're
speed,
not
man.
drafting a
At
starter.
receiver.
No, you're drafting character. You're drafting a culture setter for your locker room.
okay.
It proves the culture Vale built was real. If it was just about money, Glenn would have been gone.
100%.
That's what we need at receiver.
And
right
right
now.
there with him, also in
That's
the
what we
sixth,
need at receiver.
Devon Patterson.
The Jim Thorpe Award winner. Just a fearsome, feared hitter.
But the knock was his 40 time, his pure speed.
But he completely transformed his game from just a box safety into an elite cover
That's
guy.
what we need at receiver.
He didn't run fast, but man, he played fast. That's coaching. Pure coaching.
So let's zoom out. The final tally is 9 draft picks total.
9, with 5 in the top
wow.
2 rounds. 3 first rounders.
Every 5-star recruit in the country was watching that ticker. Every potential transfer was watching.
It's the pipeline effect. It's not just talk anymore. FSU
Mason the
didn't just
stud.
show they can win on Saturdays. They proved they are a direct path to getting paid on Sundays.
It feels like the whole narrative has shifted. The analysts who said FSU is all NIL are now having to admit this might be the best developed roster in the country.
Because NIL can buy you talent. It can't buy you discipline. It can't buy growth or leadership. That part came from Vale.
So what's the final takeaway here? For the fans, for the rivals watching this happen?
It's that the old narrative is dead. Marcus Vale isn't just a great recruiter, he's an elite developer of talent. And I think it all comes down to one quote that defines everything now.
Leave us with it.
You don't win championships on signing day. You win them on draft night.
You said this is fire. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, big dog. He said AI is so insane. Yeah. It's bro, it's tough. It's actually very, very cool. Very cool, very cool. Hopefully EA implements like something like this into the game next year. We're using Notebook LM is what it's called. For the podcast. Notebook LM. I know I'm taking a lot of time on this portal. I just think it's very important because we only have but so many spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 transfers is what we're looking at, and we have a bunch of holes. So just trying to find the exact guys I want.
Shazam!
Hey, appreciate the follow, man. Keen Bo, appreciate you. So yeah, this receiver is definitely what I'm looking for. Mason, I wasn't sure if I wanted to bring in Mason. We'll try. We'll try to bring in Mason. Did Devon Keys get drafted? He did get drafted. Okay, Devon did get drafted. D tackle, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. He got inside disruptor. He got enough power moves. He's 6'4", 346 pounds with 64 speed. He might not get crazy sack numbers, but he'll definitely be able to stop that run. Left tackle, that's definitely what I'm looking for. And then Deshaun Spears is definitely what I'm looking for. All right, when it comes to these high school guys, I don't know if we'll get all of them. We'll try, I suppose, right now to get all of them. Like, do we really need all these linemen? No, we really don't, but we really don't. But we'll go after him. In the athlete center. Let's throw them all on the visit, man. We could also hard sell. Let's throw them all on the visit. Should be a complimentary visit for all of them for this week. Yep. Then we do have this receiver here. Or you. In a recruiting battle. He's an in-state kid, man. I would yeah, let's do it. In-state kid. I don't know if he's stick at receiver. I was thinking about moving him to corner, honestly. Or safety. I think that's all of the high school kids. I think we're good to advance now. Yeah, that's all the high school kids. We're currently at 24 commits. Currently looking at the #1 class in the nation. Let's go ahead and advance. If you're on the YouTube, drop a like on the stream. We do get Frank. If you're on the YouTube, drop a like on it, man. Do get the receiver to commit. That, like I said, he's the athlete. He might go play defense for us. And we do unlock talent developer. That's big time. It's big time, man. That's what I wanted to unlock. We'll upgrade our coach probably at the end of this offseason. All right, now we can kind of see how we're doing. One thing to note, we still need to add a quarterback. Because right now we only have 2 quarterbacks on roster at the current moment. So we definitely need to address quarterbacks. Okay, looks like it's going to be a little bit of a recruitment for you, which is fine. James, looks like we'll end up getting James. This is also going to be, looks like it'll be a little bit of a recruitment for the left tackle. Wish I could do a complimentary visit there for Little John. Looks like it's also going to be a little bit more of a fight, which is fine. We're not folding. For you, the center, looks like we will not end up getting you, which is fine also. Okay, and Randy Good. We're going to end up with another 5-star edge rusher, it appears. Because they have pulled the scholarship. Notre Dame has pulled the scholarship. The D tackle, we're in the lead for now. Let's see how that ends up going. For Mason, we're the only show in town for Mason. Love that for us. And then our safety, this is gonna be a tough one, ain't it? We gotta do the double soft sell. We gotta do something here. So we only know championship contender. We gotta do something. This is probably the player I want the most out of everyone in the portal. I'm going after. It's probably who I want the most. Damn, it's like between 4 options. So it's in between 3 options. His soft sell. We just gotta guess. We just gotta guess 2 of them. So I'll leave us one more spot. Let's go find a quarterback that's under recruited. 3-star quarterback. Portal guy. Let's go get a portal baby. Joey Flowers. Bro, look at Joey, man. Joey is going to end up retiring, bro. Oh my goodness. If Joey retired, that's going to piss me off, y'all. If he go to 9-5, that's going to piss me off, chat. That's going to piss me off. I ain't gonna lie, that's gonna piss me off. All right, we need a pocket passing quarterback. Wow, Buddy threw for 3,700 yards, and he's gonna end up going nowhere also. It's not too many options. I would like a pocket passer with some experience, but we can get an in-state kid here. I might go after him. Yeah, let's add the kid from UAB. We'll scout him. But he's from Florida. He's from Miami, so looks like he want to come back home. Oh, that throw power pretty good. Yeah, we'll add you. See if you want to come home. But let me try to do the double soft sell for like the left tackle. This is another player we need. Oh, we actually found this hard sell. I'm so glad I did that. There's only one option here. I'm so glad I did that. So we actually found this hard sell without seeing any of his motivations. And I guess we could do the same thing here. Oh, it's gonna be between way too many options. Yeah, it's way too many options. Let's lead the center house on. Let's advance and let's throw another pod on, man. 3rd pod of the day. This one is going to talk about our recruiting class, the NIL money we spend on the class, how much money do we have left for the portal, and you kind of see in here where we got to be real careful who we go with in the portal, just because at some point you run out of cheese, man. At some point you do.
Welcome to the debate. Florida State, they just secured one of the most improbable national championships in the history of this sport. A 10-7 defensive stranglehold against Michigan that, it completely reversed the narrative of a season that looked dead in the water back in September. But the confetti in Atlanta is barely settling, and it's already failing to hide a massive structural tension that is going to define the next decade of college football.
It is the only question that matters right now. Did Marcus Vale build a sustainable dynasty down in Tallahassee, or did he just mortgage the program's entire future to rent a single trophy? We're looking at a roster built on just extreme financial leverage, and frankly, I see a bubble that it's mathematically guaranteed to burst.
See, and I see the exact opposite. I see the first successful proof of concept for the modern era. Look, the lazy narrative right now is that FSU bought this title with, reckless spending. But when you actually analyze the strategy, how they used capital to accelerate development, this wasn't a gamble. It was a calculated investment that compressed a 3-year rebuild into a single season.
Compressing a rebuild is a very polite way to put it. Another way to frame it is creating a fiscal disaster. We really need to look at the precedent set here. FSU has effectively inverted the wage scale of college football. When you look at the raw numbers, specifically the payroll for unproven talent, you see a model that requires you to win the national title every single year just to keep the lights on. That isn't a strategy. That's a high wire act with no net.
All right, let's get into the specifics then, because the High Wire Act produced a ring. The headline number everyone's panicking about is the recruiting class, the so-called statement class. Estimates put the cost somewhere between $11.5 and $13 million for one cycle.
Which is staggering. I mean, just think about that. You're talking about up to $13 million for high school seniors who haven't played a single down of college football.
It is high, but look at the asset acquisition. You secured Deontay Osborne, the number 5 player in the nation, for an estimated $1.25 million. Ty Burden, an elite receiver out of Bradenton, for $1.1 million. In the old model, you recruit these guys with promises and patience. Marcus Wally realized he didn't have patience.
Y'all was
He bought a
complaining that Brittany
timeline.
was freaked
He
out,
paid
bro.
a
They got
premium
her
to
outta
secure
here.
elite physical traits immediately.
But
The
you aren't
reporter
just
Brittany
buying
to
traits.
HR, man. That's
You're
on
buying
y'all.
toxicity if you're not careful. Look at the rest of that list. John Duamfor, a running back, at $900,000. Elijah Fields, a D tackle, at $850. Ben Westerman, a corner, $750. Even the quote-unquote developmental guys are commanding massive cap space. Zach Jure, another running back, at $700,000. These are freshmen. In any standard labor market, experience commands the premium. FSU has flipped that on its head. You have veterans in that locker room, guys grinding on special teams, 3-year starters, who know for a fact the 18-year-old behind them is making 5 times their salary.
That's the market reality, though. You pay for future value, not just past performance.
But that disparity creates immediate friction. When a kid making $900,000 isn't starting, and Duamfor didn't start immediately, that's not development anymore. That becomes a political problem for the coaching staff. The boosters who wrote
So
the
how you do this?
checks,
Notebook
they want to see
LM,
their
bro,
investment
is
on
the
the
website.
field. It forces the coach to play the price tag, not the player.
Notebook
If
LM,
that were
dog.
true, FSU would have crumbled in
It's,
September.
It's crazy. I ain't
But
gonna lie.
Vale proved he manages the roster based on production, not payroll. The statement class wasn't just window dressing, it provided the depth that saved them. Look at Makanamra, true freshman receiver. When the offense was stalling in the Cotton Bowl against Ole Miss, who stepped up? Nakamura, 11 catches for 102 yards. You don't get that.
See, hold on. I gotta pause it. Like the podcast is crazy, man. Like they just brought up Nakamura, the freshman 5-star, that was on our roster this past year, and he produced. He had, I think, over 1,000 yards, but he went crazy in the playoffs. He was wide receiver 1 in the playoffs. And keep in mind, we had 2 receivers go in the first round this draft, but a true freshman literally played the best in the playoffs. But they bring this up and they relate it to how when we're paying these freshmen to come in, $750,000 for Zach, the running back, when we paying all this money for these freshmen to come in, hey, this is why they produce. So it's able to just connect all these dots, which is pretty impressive. I ain't gonna lie.
Production from some 3-star recruit you hope develops in 2 years.
No, it's a website.
You get that
bro.
because
Notebook
you paid
LM.
for
It's
a
website.
day 1 asset.
Nakamura performed, I'll grant you that. But you can't discuss production versus payroll without addressing the absolute chaos in the quarterback room. This is where the FSU model looks
Looks like we're
less
gonna
like
get the left
genius and more like pure crisis management. You had the most expensive backup quarterback in ACC history.
We're not
You're
gonna
referring
get
to
this
Brock
guy.
Glenn.
I am. Brock Glenn was on a deal reportedly worth $2 million to be the starter. Then you have Rashawn Slaughter, a true freshman,
So you
on a
making AI
$500,000
Dynasty with
deal.
team shoes? Hey,
Week
let the
4
AI
against
pick.
Michigan the first time around.
Let the AI
Glenn
make the whole
just
storyline for you, bro.
implodes. 3 interceptions.
You're not getting this guy.
FSU loses 28-7. Vale benches the $2 million man.
Which proves my point about culture. A mercenary coach keeps playing the $2 million guy to save face. Vale put the money on the bench and played the $500,000 freshman because it gave them the best chance to win. That decision alone invalidates the idea that the boosters are calling the shots.
It proves he was desperate. But look at the fallout. Slaughter comes in and saves the season. 2,700 yards, only 3 interceptions in the regular season. He creates a massive surplus of value. And what happens? The NIL bombshell. Right before the ACC championship game, reports leak that Slaughter wants a raise. And not a small one. He wants to jump from $500K to $3 million, or he hits the portal.
And this is where Vale earns his money. Most coaches would have lost the locker room right there. You have a freshman holding the program
So the
hostage
website is
before a title
Notebook
game.
LM.
Instead, Vale navigated the negotiation.
So I made a YouTube video showing exactly how to do it. That's the link to the YouTube video. Don't watch it now. Watch it later when we off live. But that's the link to the YouTube video. I show everything exactly how to do it. I dropped the video earlier today. But watch it later. Not now. We live right now.
Kept the team focused, and they went out and dismantled Clemson 41-14. Slaughter played composed, efficient football. That isn't chaos. That is high-stakes portfolio management.
It's management of a crisis that he created. The issue isn't that he solved it. The issue is that the model makes this inevitable. By paying the backup $2 million, you set a floor. Slaughter looks at Glenn and says, if he's worth $2 million, I'm worth $4 million. And now that you've paid Slaughter that massive number to return, what happens to the next guy? You have a 5-star QB, Joey Flowers, waiting in the wings. He sees the path is blocked and the money is tied up in Slaughter, so Flowers is likely transferring.
That's the cost of doing business at the elite level. You keep the producer. If Joey Flowers wants to leave, you wish him well. You don't jeopardize the current championship window for a hypothetical future.
But you're burning through death. You can't develop a QB room if every offseason is a hostile negotiation. You're forced to go into the transfer portal to find a backup, and a capable backup QB costs what now, $750,000? Maybe $1 million? You have inflated your own internal economy to the point where every roster spot is a bidding war against yourself. You mentioned the culture holding this together, but money eventually erodes culture.
I disagree that it's a war against yourself. It's a war against the SEC and Ohio State. If FSU doesn't pay, they don't have Slaughter, and they finish 8-4. The alternative to financial stress is irrelevance, and frankly, the players bought in regardless of the money. Look at the Florida game. That was the litmus test for the whole culture argument.
The Florida game is a perfect example of why this is unsustainable. FSU walks into the swamp ranked number 2. First half, they look completely lost. Down 21-all, but getting torched defensively.
It was a disaster defensively in that first half. Aiden Mazzell was running free, but look at the adjustment. Marcus Vale benches D'Angelo Boyche, a full-time starter, and then he takes Devon Patterson, the Jim Thorpe Award winner, best safety in the country, and moves him to cornerback. Mid-game.
A panic move.
A winning move, but more importantly, a cultural signal. Patterson didn't complain about playing out of position. He didn't protect his brand or his draft stock. He moved a corner and locked down the deep ball. John Henry, a defensive lineman, drops into coverage and gets a pick 6. They win 49-28. You don't get that kind of selfless performance from a mercenary team. You only get that when the players value the jersey more than the check.
You got it that night, sure, but you are betting against human nature. You benched a starter in Boyce. In the modern era, that guy is usually in the portal the next morning. You moved a superstar in Patterson. You're relying on these high-paid athletes to be selfless every single week while the financial stakes just get higher. It worked once. Can you pull that lever 3 times a season? Eventually, a player making $750,000 says, no, I'm not moving positions.
I think the results argue otherwise. That discipline carried them to the rematch with Michigan. And we have to talk about the evolution of this team between Week 4 and the national championship.
The 10-7 game.
The redemption. In Week 4, Michigan physically bullied FSU. It looked like men against boys, 28-7. The narrative was that FSU was soft, a team of paid stars who couldn't handle the trenches. Fast forward to Atlanta. FSU didn't just win. They physically erased Michigan. The defensive line, led by John Henry, controlled the line of scrimmage. Henry had 3 sacks.
John Henry played himself into the top 10 of the NFL draft that night. No argument there.
Exactly. The statement class and the NIL strategy produced a defense that held the Big Ten champions to 7 points. They managed the attrition too. Joe Jackson, the running back, was banged up. They had to rely on Usmani Cromar, another young guy who stepped up. They proved they could reload internally because they had purchased the depth beforehand.
They won the game. I am not disputing the trophy. I am disputing the reload. You say they can reload internally, but look at the exodus. You are losing the cultural architects of this team. Creed Whitmore, Dallas Wilson, Cortland Guillory, these guys are off to the NFL. They were the bridge between the old FSU and the new money. Now you are replacing them entirely with players who are entering a system where the precedent is get paid or hold out.
We don't chase mercenaries. We invest in people. That is Vale's mantra. The new guys coming in saw what happened. They saw Powderson win a title. They saw John Henry get 3 sacks and make millions. The sales pitch is perfect. Come to Tallahassee, get developed, win a ring, get paid. It's a flywheel.
Josh
It's a
commits
treadmill that's
to left
speeding up.
tackle.
Let's do the math on the
Wide
Slaughter
receiver
effect
commits
for next
also,
season.
Neptune.
Rashawn Slaughter cost $500,000
Gotcha.
this year. He costs $2.5 million next year. That is a $2
Is that-
million increase
How
for the
legit is
exact
DJ
same
Pickett?
production.
Very.
To replace
Extremely.
the guys
He's
leaving
6'5",
for the
man.
NFL,
6'5" corner.
you have to hit the portal. A starter level transfer
next
is
year,
now
are you thinking of-
$700,000 to $1.5.
Leaving FSU? I don't think so. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. It truly depends how the year go, man. Like, it truly depends how the year go. It truly depends, bro. So, are you gonna keep streaming on YouTube more often? I think so. I think I'm gonna keep streaming on YouTube also. As long as y'all keep showing love, yeah. Damn, we're locked out, but I think we're still gonna get him to commit. I hate this glitch, man. Fix the glitches in the game. It's like playing time is his deal breaker. Hey, you D tackle 1. You're literally our best D tackle, and it's not even close. If you commit. I hate when they do that, man. So Deshaun, it's not over. Maybe we have a chance here. Maybe we have a chance here. Maybe we have a chance. Is it worth buying Elite Recruiter and then buying the defensive, the secondary stuff so we can max out? Is it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth all that. We have one more open spot. It's a high school receiver that has no high school 4-star receiver. Oh, we already got him scouted. We don't need him. He would be free, but we don't need him. I don't think we do, at least. What else do we need here? Like, I guess let's see. Any more 4-star players? The running back? No, we don't even. No. So no more. We could get you. We do need middle linebacker, but we already have one that's committing, right? I think we already got Mason committing. So we could get Ty Jackson from Florida. We really need a safety. If he looks good, 95 speed. I mean, the man in zone doesn't look good enough. Like, I mean, Deshaun Spears just looked great. I'm not gonna lie. Let's not force it. If we get Spears, great. If we don't, we don't. We'll settle with 34. I won't even add it. I won't even add another guy. Cause we'll have three quarterbacks. That'll be good enough. Let's advance. Let's advance. So who did we lose? We lost Joey Flowers. We do get Randy Good, the 5-star defensive lineman commits. We get James, the left tackle. Do we end up getting Spear? We get Mason. We knew that. We get the D
Shazam!
tackle. Do we get Deshaun Spears? We get the quarterback. Deshaun, we get the guard. We do not get Deshaun Spears. He goes to Georgia. Damn. He would have been, that's the number 2 player in the portal, man. We just had a safety win the Jim Thorpe Award, and you decide to go to Georgia? Georgia didn't even make the playoffs. We just won the Natty and had the Thorpe Award winner at safety. And the number 2 safety in the portal goes to Georgia, man. Damn, that's unfortunate. Let's look at National Signing Day. Damn, that is super unfortunate. We never finished the podcast. That's let's do that also. That's super unfortunate. Super unfortunate, man. All right, let's go position by position, and we'll look at development traits. But yeah, we lost Joey Flowers, the 5-star quarterback in the portal. Then we also had some guys transfer out on us, and go pro early. So Dallas Wilson went pro early on us, so we lost out on him. Who else did we lose? We lost Kevin, the backup quarterback. So that led us to literally having no quarterbacks on roster other than Rayshawn Slaughter. Rayshawn Slaughter also re-signed for a 1-year contract. And let me pull that back up for y'all, because I'm sure some people in here that just got here. So our starting quarterback, he wanted $3 million. We ended up meeting in the middle, and we got him for 2.5. It's a 1-year deal, but because we re-signed him for so much money, and he's clearly the starting quarterback, he won the MVP in the playoff or in a national championship. Joey Flowers, who was a 5-star and wants to play, he went in the portal for playing time. So it is what it is. Hate to lose him. I tried my best to try to get Joey playing time during the season, but he didn't care. He definitely did not care. Hey, bro, appreciate the follow, man. We got a lot more of the offseason left. So, National Signing Day here, but we still got to progress our players. You said you're doing an online dynasty with Rutgers. So I got to take notes on. Hey, man, I appreciate you. So recruiting the online dynasty is a lot more challenging, bro. All out. You said join the dynasty, boss. You said you running with WVU and Miami. Hey, man, I appreciate you, big dog. Man, I wanna start an online dynasty, but y'all not with it, man. Y'all boys not with the online dynasty. Y'all boys not with it, man. I want to start a brand new one. It's cool. It's cool. All right, let's see. Let's go through our recruiting class, see what we have here. Damn, both the quarterbacks we signed normal. So Chip Sizemore, 4-star quarterback from New Mexico. He comes in with the normal development out of high school. We bring in a transfer from Florida. Normal development also. Unfortunate. All three of the running backs, all impact. See the receivers we brought in. So Ty Burton is a guy, when we signed him, we knew he needs to play day one. He's a guy that during his recruiting process, he said, hey, he wants to be on the field day one. And if he's not, he's gonna hit the portal. So that's a big part of his recruitment. So he'll be on the field. I'm not sure what type role, because we do sign Kristen. And we just needed speed. That was my biggest reason for getting Christian out here. Is we needed speed in the receiver room. But he has impact development, so we'll see how he develops. See how much XP he gets. And then, damn, bro, Frank. I'm mad I brought in you, bro. I'm mad I brought him in. Florida kid, man. All the Florida kids just had bad development traits this year. You still a fan of Motivator? Yeah, I like the Tier 3 version. That's about it in Motivator. I'm mad I brought Frank in, man. Damn. All these boys development trait, but is what it is. No tight end. Let's see. Wow. Patrick. James, impact. Josh comes in with star. I'm interested to see what's his overall going to be. He'll come in as a junior, so hopefully we get him for 2 years. We also get Spike here. I only was planning on bringing in one transfer O lineman, but Spike was a guy, number 46 player in the portal. Nobody wanted them. So I was like, hey, it's better us sign him than nobody. So he comes in with star development, and he'll be a senior. No center. Carl, we already know about these guys. And then Randy Good comes in with the elite development trait. Wow. So we just signed him in the portal. It was between us and Notre Dame. This is recruitment that went the entire season, all the way into the last week of the portal. National Signing Day is when he finally committed. And he comes in with elite development. So that means our D-line is going to look very, very good. One of these guys got to move to D-tackle probably. We brought in a couple edge setters. And Kevin, so we actually didn't bring in a transfer edge rusher because we brought in Kevin. And I'm like, hey, Kevin has some juice off the edge. I mean, 86 finesse moves coming out of high school with a quick jump already. Acceleration, 89. Like, this is damn near a day one starter. And then also pair him with the rest of the 5 stars. Hey, if you try to send the Discord, it won't let you, bro. Don't send the Discord. It won't let you send no links in here. So don't even try, bro. It's just gonna time you out. And then D tackle, okay, impact. He'll be a day one starter. I'm glad I got him to commit. Then we got the middle linebacker. He comes in with impact. Barely any skill cast. Perfect. He'll be a senior, so we'll see how he develops, but he'll probably be our starting middle linebacker. Then we didn't get Spears. Damn, that one hurts. That one hurts. So this recruiting class ends at 33 players with the number 1 class in the nation by a lot, man, by 15 points. Georgia was close second, but we end with 10 5-star players. What a class. What a class. with a class. So I do want to go to the recruiting board and just see who didn't sign anywhere. If Joey Flowers retired, bro, I'm gonna be mad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm be mad. Did you get Elite Recruiter? Yeah, we should have it unlocked. After we advance, it should unlock. So first, any 5 stars that didn't sign anywhere. I know it's gonna be plenty of 4-star high school guys. Okay, all the 5 stars in high school signed somewhere. Who has the top recruiting class? We do by a lot. We have the top class. Okay, let's see. So running back Greg didn't sign anywhere. Ajanti didn't sign anywhere. Let's see. Couple quarterbacks. Hawkins Jr. didn't sign anywhere. Running backs. I mean, these are good players. Let's see. Okay, so that means that Joey did sign somewhere. I thought Joey wasn't a 5-star transfer. Oh, he must have been a 3-star transfer. He must have been a 3-star transfer. Where did Joey go? Nowhere. Oh. Wow. We were so good to Joey, man. We were so good to Joey. We got him playing time. We made him the backup quarterback when we had 2 other quarterbacks that was higher in overall than him. Brock Glenn, Kevin were both higher in overall than Joey, and we still made him QB2 on the roster. And he decides to hit the portal and didn't even receive 1 scholarship offer. Five-star freshman with hell of potential. 9 to 5 it. Went to 9 to 5 it. Where the I think that's the only real guys we had transfer. Let's finish this right here. This podcast we was listening to.
$5 million.
Revenue follows winning. The boosters are happy. Are they? Boosters are asking, we just spent $13 million on a recruiting class. Why do we need another $5 million for retention? You've created a scenario where winning doesn't solve your financial problems, it exacerbates them. The price of the roster has skyrocketed because you won. You set the market rate for your own players at an unsustainable level.
But the alternative is untenable. You can be fiscally responsible and go 9-3, or you can operate aggressively and win titles. Vale has shown he can manage the chaos. He navigated the Slaughter contract dispute. He benched the $2 million QB. He made the hard choices in the Florida game. He has earned the benefit of the doubt. This isn't just throwing money at players, it's high-level portfolio management. It puts tremendous pressure on Vale to be perfect, though. He has to be a general manager, a crisis negotiator, and a head coach simultaneously. If FSU loses 2 games early next year, does that locker room hold together? When everyone knows exactly what everyone else makes, when the backup QB is disgruntled because the starter got a 500% raise?
That is the job description now. And look at the resilience they already showed. They dropped to number 9. They had to beat Clemson in the ACC title game just to stay alive. They had to survive a shootout with Ole Miss, and then they stranged Michigan. You can't buy resilience, but FSU proved you can buy the talent to be resilient.
I just wonder if you can buy it twice. You mentioned the statement class, bought a timeline. I worry it bought a window. A 1-year window that just slams shut because the bill is coming due.
The trophy case is locked, though. That's the ultimate ROI. FSU took a massive swing. They put up $13 million. They paid the premium, and they are the national champions. They proved that aggressive capitalization works if you have the culture to back it up. This is the blueprint.
It's a blueprint that might bankrupt the builders. They reached the summit, yes, but the cost of oxygen up there is getting higher by the day. Is Marcus Vale a genius for managing this financial chaos? Absolutely. But he might just be the first survivor of a system that is eventually going to break everyone.
Trophies are permanent. Budgets reset.
That's what keeps the boosters up at night.
That's all the time we have for this week. Thanks for listening to the debate.
So Kevin went somewhere. Yeah, I'm gonna look at Kevin after we do these position changes. So Ty comes in as a 79 overall. I'm assuming he'll be on the field day one. But I'm glad I brought in Christian because, like I said, we don't have any speed in the receiver room. Christian wasn't the highest overall transfer at receiver we could get, but I feel like we need speed. And I thought it was gonna be Clayton, but he just has the normal development trade. It's like I don't think he's gonna be what we really need. On tight end, we still have the same 4 guys here. I think we're good with that. Left tackle, Josh comes in as an 85 overall. He'll be a junior, and we'll develop him this offseason. After we advance, he'll get training results. So he could end up being like a top draft pick in the following class, as long as, let's see, his skill caps. Yeah, he'll be a top draft pick. Then our left guard is good. Our center is also good. Then we bring in also a transfer. That's perfect. Then, yep, all this stuff looks good. Now, I do want to move. I want the elite development guy to at least have a chance to play. We'll see. We'll just develop him. Who won the natty? We won the natty, bro. Come on, man. We won the natty, man. Randy Good. He's too small to go D tackle. 228. Too small. So we brought in a bunch of edge rushers this season. A bunch. Now, Kevin, I personally want to start Kevin day one. I ain't gonna lie to you. But we do have Williams here. We'll see what training results and how it goes. D tackle room comes in 86 overall, and he'll get some progression. Let's see. Hopefully he's not maxed out. He's not. So yeah, he could get much better. Oh, he's already very good. Okay. Okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. We don't have to right now. We don't have to move anyone around. Maybe move someone to the Sam linebacker spot. Okay, Mason comes in 88 overall, and we will get some progression for him. How the offseason going? It's going well, man. It's going well. We missed out on the best player the best player we was going after in the portal. Deshaun Spears transferred from LSU. He was the number 2 player in the portal. He went to Georgia, so that one hurt. That was probably the player we wanted the most. But we definitely brought in a very good portal haul. Like, this team is going to be ready to compete. We lost Joey Flowers. He transferred out because we re-signed Rayshawn Slaughter. And Joey didn't like that. All right, some of these linebackers got to move. Like Cleveland, maybe you go play outside linebacker for a year. We got 2 elite middle linebackers. Is it a world we put one of these guys at D lineman? I think so. Or no, our D line room is flooded. Even though their power moves and finesse moves be great. Like, look at this. 78 finesse moves, 81 power moves, 83 finesse, or 78 block shedding, 90 acceleration. He'd be what does the overall be at D lineman? He'll go up 4 overall, so if we move him to D tackle. Or excuse me, edge rusher. D tackle also, but edge rusher is what we would do. We gotta move one of these elite guys. I need him to play. That's why I want to move him. So they don't transfer. I need him to at least be like the second string. I feel like linebackers don't really hit the portal anyway. All right, cornerback situation. D'Angelo Boyd, this is going to be his last season. He's clearly going to go pro after this year, but we have Bates, who is going to move into cornerback 2 spot. He will be CB2 on this roster now. And he's good. Like, he's good. I think he's going to shoot up in overall. Maybe not. Maybe not shoot up in overall. Move him to edge. We already had too many edge rushers. We already had too many. Ben Westerman, man, comes in as an 81 overall true freshman. He will be a day 1 starter. And Andre Law, he might also start in the slot. Quincy is a option here also. Maybe Quincy could go play safety. He could go play a hybrid safety for us. That's not a bad option. We do need another safety because we did not get one. And all of our backup safety, they just don't have the development trait. And then yeah, now it's just Frederick in the safety room. So yeah, let's move Quincy to the safety spot, and he'll actually play rather than being all the way buried on the cornerback depth chart. Oh, we moved to the wrong safety spot. Then our kicker, punter. Wade, you got to get stronger, man. You got to get that leg stronger. And then I forgot we do have some athletes to move around. Okay. Zach, where can you play? Pretty much only running back. Yeah, you're a running back. That was a 5-star player also. John, another 5-star. You could, let me guess, only running back. You could play D-line, but we don't need D-line, nor do we need linebacker, really. Now, Blank or Frank, I think you will just stick at, you got the normal development. You'll just stick at receiver, and you'll probably end up getting cut. It's the reality of it. I think you'll move to our safety spot. You'll be the 3rd safety, former middle linebacker. Yeah, you'll be the third safety out there. With the 90 speed, and he got good hit power, all that good stuff. It's crazy they call him a cover specialist. This is a thumping linebacker move to safety, and they call him a cover specialist. Crazy. You say you live in Florida and the fountain in your neighborhood is frozen, man. No, it's cold, bro. It's big cold outside. It is cold. Do I want to upgrade my coach at all before we advance? So it wouldn't hurt to get motivator on some of the offensive players. Like, we could use it at receiver. We could use it at receiver, running back. Yeah, 6'1", 240 at safety is crazy, yeah. With 90 speed, bro. And they call him a coverage specialist. Okay, running back and receiver, I feel good doing that because those are two positions where we really have some young guys that need to jump up in overall. D-line is another position where we kind of have some young guys. I really want to get into talent developer. Tactician gives instant results. Yeah, and that's why I almost don't like to use it, man. I feel like it's too good. I feel like it's too good. Let's go ahead and I guess, or do we want program builder? Do we really want that? I feel like we don't need it. I truly feel like we don't need anything in here. Like, obviously, the best choices to me is strong roots and relationship builder. I feel like we really don't need them. So I got a lot of young linebackers, true, but I also feel like we don't use that many linebackers in our defense. I feel like we use a lot more. I feel like we only use 2 linebackers. So, like, I wonder, I wish I knew a little bit more about talent developer. I really do like it. But, like, when it say freshman and sophomore offensive linemen progress faster, is that during training results or regular season? I need to do a test on that. I need to let me make a note. Because, like, that's a big difference, bro. Is that training results? Or is that both off-season and training results? Or training results and in-season? Let me make a note to do a video testing that. So it's during season. Okay, what advance? Elite recruiter has been unlocked. We are now an elite recruiter. All right, anything else we need to do? I think that's it. Her trainer results. Let's see what happens, man. So Ray Sean gets 52 skill points to use. He gained 3 pounds. Perfect. The running backs. Okay, the running back situation might be the most interesting. Because do we just rock out with Chroma? I think that's what it's going to be. Receivers. Oh my goodness. 70 skill points. To use. The tight end, 68 for Morgan. Is it a world where Morgan jumps to be the highest overall tight end? It's a world. Yeah, it's the 20. We have the 25% on, bro. We do.
Shazam!
We do have the 25% on. P Dog, appreciate the follow, bro. Yeah, you said it'd be disrespectful to not rock with him. Yeah, you probably right. He been loyal. He never left. Never thought about leaving. 66 for okay. We'll have we got some guys getting a lot of XP here. The Twins. Okay. D tackle 66 for the elite development guy. It's good work. The linebacker core. The linebackers always gain less XP, bro. I swear. Oh my goodness, 69 for D'Angelo. He might be a 99 overall. And then Bates with 51. He don't have much to get better with though. His skill caps are cooked. Okay. And then the safeties. Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice. This is gonna be nice. Let's put a little podcast on, and while we upgrade our players, we'll start with the quarterback here, man. And he's probably gonna get drafted. Damn, bro, think about that. So Rashawn Slaughter is going to be eligible to get drafted. If he get drafted, who the hell is going to play quarterback next year? Who the hell is going to play quarterback? Because it was supposed to be Joey Flowers, but he decided to retire. Who the hell is going to play quarterback? Because he's not on the roster right now. Yeah, we're going to have to get a guy. Whether it's a freshman or a transfer, we can't rely on the portal, though, for quarterback. Put the podcast on.
Okay, so I've been looking at these Florida State headlines all morning, and it's just, wow.
They're hard to miss.
#1 recruiting class in the nation. Officially, we're talking 10 5-stars, 22 4-stars.
The numbers are insane.
And on paper, it just looks like they completely dominated, like they just out-hustled everyone.
Right. The traditional story.
But the sources you've pulled
Overall
suggest
jumped up
we
too.
shouldn't be looking at the talent so much as the bank account.
Exactly. This isn't really a recruiting class in the way we used to think about it.
So what is it?
It's an investment class. Think of it more like an acquisition spree.
Okay, so how big of an investment are we talking about here?
Okay.
Well, the estimates we've seen for
We'll
this
leave the
group,
accuracies
plus the
there.
guys they grabbed from the portal, it's sitting somewhere between $6.5 and $7 million up front.
$7 million, just for this one
Let's get some
cycle of
abilities.
players.
That's the floor,
Hmm.
the conservative number. Some sources that track the total value of these deals put the total liability closer to 11, maybe 13 million.
That's basically an NFL salary cap, just with no rules.
That's the perfect way to
On
put it.
time.
So walk me through the receipts. Who's getting the biggest piece of that pie?
Dot.
It is extremely top heavy. You've got the 5-star linebacker Deontay Osborne. He's pulling in around 1.25 million.
Wow.
A receiver,
So we kinda
Ty
did a little bit
Burden,
both.
is
Got
at
his
about
overall up and his
1.1
abilities.
million. Even a defensive tackle
He's a
like Elijah
92
Fields is
over on
getting
the top
close to
right
that $1
corner.
million
Damn,
mark.
he's
And
gone.
that's
ain't
before
he?
they played a single down.
Not a single snap. Then they dropped another
He's not good enough to be a
1.6
first-round
million
pick,
in the
I feel
portal
like.
just for veteran
But he gonna
players
leave
to
to be like a
fill
second or
immediate
third
holes.
round.
Okay, but here's the thing that gets me. In the pros,
Damn.
salaries are mostly based on performance.
good,
Here,
though.
it's all projection. Doesn't that create some
99
tension?
medium,
I'm
99
looking at
short.
quarterback room specifically.
And
Should've got
that
the
is
throw
the
bar out there a
absolute
little
core of the whole debate. The valuation
How'd you
was
recruit so
completely
well?
upside down.
Oh, so
You had the backup quarterback,
Oh.
Brock Glenn,
It wasn't
making a
hard with Florida
reported
State,
$2 million,
honestly.
$2 million.
based almost
We
entirely
focus on
on high
in-state
school hype.
kids,
Meanwhile,
for sure.
Rashawn Slaughter, the freshman
Chroma.
who actually came in and saved their season,
His skill cap's
was
not
on a
bad
deal
either.
for about $500,000.
Wait. So the guy holding the clipboard is making 4 times more than the guy winning games for you.
And that's the wild west of this NIL market right now. You pay for
So it's
potential,
just-
but
you
you
wanna take
win
that
with
program,
production.
I gotta
And
get history,
remember,
bring it back. Do it,
Glenn got
Will.
his shot.
Do it,
Against
Willie.
Michigan early in the season.
He got his $2 million start and threw 3 interceptions in a blowout loss. They got crushed, 28
Senior
to
year.
7.
So they were forced to bench their most expensive player for the cheaper, better option.
Exactly. And normally
upgrade
that kind of
on him.
financial imbalance just torches a locker room. It kills teams.
I couldn't hear.
And this is where the story pivots.
he's
It
good
stops
already.
being about buying players and starts being about buying
Finally
a
get his
window.
His
What
awareness
do you mean
up.
by that?
Look at a guy like Devon Patterson, Jim Thorpe
overall
Award
better.
winner, All-American safety. In that must-win game against Florida, their cornerbacks were just getting
And do
shredded.
one to speed.
Patterson, without being asked, switched from safety to corner
good to me.
mid-game to lock things down.
So he put his own draft stock on the line for the team.
That's the point. The money got them in the
90
door, but it
overall.
didn't create a bunch of prima donnas. That's the culture Marcus Vale
Ezekiel
built.
Ladd.
And that's how you go from getting humiliated by Michigan
Context
to,
seeker.
what, blowing out Clemson 41-14 and winning the Cotton Bowl?
That's the resilience they paid for. And the ultimate proof of concept, the real
Can't even buy no
validation,
ability
came
for him
on
yet.
draft night.
The NFL draft.
Yep, 9 total draft picks. 2 first-round receivers, Creed Whitmore and Dallas Wilson. That sends a message to the next $1.2 million recruit.
The message being.
We will pay you, but we will also make you a pro. They're not just buying talent, they're developing it.
It sounds like the perfect ending to the
Man, these
story,
context
but there's a
seekers
pretty
suck
big
when
twist
it
to end
comes
the
to
season, isn't there?
Oh,
developing
it's
them.
almost poetic. For the national championship, their opponent is Michigan.
The
Got
same
nothing but
team.
backfield threats
The
to
one
this
that
roster.
started this whole mess.
The team that embarrassed them and forced them to bench their
Quan
$2 million
Hester.
project for their $500,000 savior. The whole season comes full circle.
So I guess this is the final question then. When you look at this whole experiment,
I want him
did
to be
Florida
very
State
elusive.
buy a future, or did they just rent a very, very expensive season?
And that's the danger, isn't it? Trophies are permanent, but NIL budgets reset every single year. The question isn't just if they can win this game, it's if they can afford to keep paying this dynasty tax year after year.
A
Well, all
tough
progress
question for
rest
the
of running
boosters,
backs.
but it's going to make for one incredible football game.
Let's-
Thanks for breaking
let's
down the
upgrade
real cost of a
quarterback, 'cause
title run.
We might need him. Upgrade the quarterback because if we ever got an injury at quarterback, we are cooked. Okay, he looks better already. All right, he looks better already. 79 overall backup. That's not horrible. That's not terrible. That's honestly not terrible. Running back room, that's is what it is. Receivers, BJ Gibson, he's our kick returner. And that's kind of his role on this roster, it's just returning kicks. So it's really nothing else for us to work on. Sidestepping, yeah. Get his. How he sneak on the team? No, we signed him. He we need a backup running back or a backup quarterback if you're talking about that quarterback. Get that carrying up. So BJ, our kick returner. Kristen. He's the speedster, man. Says head way bigger than his body. Hey man, I appreciate everyone in the stream tonight, man. Or this morning. Appreciate everyone here, man. If you new here, drop a follow on the stream. If you're on YouTube, drop a like. If you're on Twitch, drop an Amazon Prime sub, man. Show love to the stream. But I appreciate y'all boys. All right, so for Christian, what do we want to focus on? Like, do we already have takeoff? He do have takeoff, but let's up it. Let's max it to gold. Cause he's my burner. He's my burner receiver. Do I go the speed route even more? Like his catching is not bad. Let's go speed one more. And then I hate people that drop the ball, so let's get that up there. And then we'll get double dip. So he's just my deep threat. That's kind of how I want to use him with the 96 speed. Now, Nakamura, what a year, man. What a year for my guy. 5-star elite development. What you want to get better at? I would like for you to get quicker, but what you want? What you want to do? I'll really leave it up to you. Because I trust you, man. I trust you. In the playoffs, hey, man, you came ready to play. You came ready to play in the playoffs, man. He was our #1 receiver in the playoffs. I guess the catching could get a little bit better. Let's get the, I mean, 86 speed is so low, but he's going to be in the slot. Does he need to be super fast? I don't think so. He's going to be my slot receiver, but we could get it up there to the 90s, right? Okay, get it up to a respectable level.
Shazam!
Get it to a respectable. Hey, Jordan, appreciate the follow, bro. Let's get the route running up there even higher. Like the hands and the elusiveness also. He's supposed to be my slot receiver. I need him to be very elusive. The awareness is super low. Let's get that up there. Okay. Nakamura is a 91 overall, man. 91 overall. Ezekiel is going to be next. Where you at? 5'9". He's a little bit smaller. Can I put you in college football 26 next weekend? Next weekend, I got you, man. I got you. Tipple gear in full force. Come on, man. Go Owls. Let's get Ezekiel hands up there a little bit. What's his abilities looking like? So he got cutter, and that's the one that really matters for this archetype is that cutter. Let's get his route running. Let's make him the best route runner on the team. So he's not as good as Nakamura. And then we'll let him auto progress the rest of the receivers. Physical route runner, we could upgrade you. Connor. This route running not bad. Get that catching traffic up there. Short hands. Press pro. I mean, Connor ain't bad. I ain't gonna hold you. Connor ain't bad. That's some good progression for Connor. All right, Tayshawn. He had 800 yards last year, 8 touchdowns. Let's see how we could upgrade him. He's a vertical threat tight end, so I don't know if it'll be too good. So you said, Jaden, your content helped me win a natty the first year in the online league. So thank you, man. You just killed. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Dom. I appreciate you, man. Glad to hear I help. So do you think I feel like there's no way they remove manual progression, bro. There's no way they remove it. You can't give us something and then remove it. Not the next year. And I like how you got the option to use it or not to use it. There's no way they take it away. I think people would be heated. If they took manual progression away, y'all be heated. I would be heated too. No way they take it away. All right, let's see. Tayshawn, I want you to get better hands, bro. You was dropping some stuff, and that was making me mad. Catching traffic still not amazing. He was dropping stuff, man. And I ain't like that. Let's get that awareness up. Maybe that'll help out with his hands. Be more consistent. Blocking up there a little bit. So Tayshawn is up to 85 as what is he, a senior? He is a senior now. Anyway, let's upgrade Morgan. Morgan should be the guy to take over the tight end room next year. I think that's my vision for Morgan, the elite development, gritty possession guy. Let's get the catching traffic up. Let's get the route running up. The speed is going to be low. I'm fine with keeping the speed low for this year. I'm actually more than fine with that. I wish they had the skill cap in catching, man. That's unfortunate. And to upgrade his run blocking, I hate that you got to upgrade power. Like, that sucks. That makes this archetype nowhere near as good as it could be. Okay, this is at least the IQ and awareness has the run blocking in here. That's actually pretty useful. Can we get the short hands? Yes, we can. Okay. So he looks solid. He don't look amazing or anything. I think he'll be tight end 2 on this roster. We could upgrade the speed once. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think he'll be our number 2 tight end. Did you finish the playoffs last night? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I don't want to spoil it for you, but yes, we did. Yes, we did. All right, we'll let Chase upgrade auto progression. We'll do Josh. We'll do some of the old linemen. I would like to get that run blocking up there a little bit more. But let's make sure he's elite pass blocker. Quick drop. PA shield. Then let's get the run blocking up there. I mean, he's very good. The strength is a little bit low, but it's not terribly low. It's workable. It's definitely workable. Well, so the Money Dynasty. Hey, man, I would love to do the Money Dynasty. I don't know if we have quite enough people interested. I feel like a lot of people said they was interested, but nobody joined the Discord. And maybe I need to make it obvious for everyone. But yeah, maybe I need to make it super obvious for everyone. So probably my next YouTube video, I'll say like, hey, if you really want to join this, if you really want to make this money league work, join this Discord. And also I need someone to help me run it. Cause I'm be honest, I'm not gonna be able to I'm just not gonna be able to run the Discord while also doing the YouTube streaming. Like I'm not gonna be able to run the league. So I need like 4 people and myself. I feel like if we all could lock in and be on the same page, we could run the league and do it successfully. So he's a senior. I want to make sure he gets drafted. So let's make sure we focus on his overall at least a little bit. Okay, so he's up to he's a 90 overall. He should get drafted. So let's upgrade a couple of these guys. So you said major things they need in 27 is the ability to upgrade stadiums and rivalries. I feel like stadiums they won't add. Rivalries for sure, but I don't know if we'll see stadiums just because like they're real life stadiums. Like the same reason that we can't change the NIL players is I feel like the same reason we won't be able to change stadiums. Is because if you're a school, you're signing for your stadium to be in that game, and it's like can't change it. Maybe though, maybe we do see it. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I hope we do see it. All right. Nash, I feel like Nash is kind of, I don't want to say I feel like he don't have much potential, and yeah, he don't. I mean, all his blocking stuff is maxed out. He don't have much potential. Let's call it what it is. Ted, can I drop the Discord link in the chat? I got you. So I just dropped it in the Twitch chat, and then I'll also drop it in the YouTube chat if anyone want to want to tap into the Discord. So that's just my Discord that's like year round. So like if you have any questions, you could go in there. Someone will answer your question. If I don't, you could DM me, all that stuff. Best way to DM me is really on like the socials, honestly, because I don't check the Discord as much as I should. But the league will be ran out of that chat, and we have a current league that's being ran out of that chat. It's not a money league; it's a league that was going on for a while. I'm actually not playing in it. One of my homies is running it. I used to play in it. But point is, the brand new league will be ran out of that chat. Damn, Bryce here is also kind of maxed out, man. That awareness is super low. Got to get that up. A center with 60 awareness, that don't work. That does not work. Got to at least get up to like high 70s, right? His pass blocking is also trash. Inside shields is a great ability to have on a D tackle. Or not D tackle, a center. Pass blocking, let's get that up. Okay. He's up to an 87. I mean, he's the highest overall center now, huh? He is. Okay, we got a little bit of a center battle here. And then we're going to upgrade the elite development guy. He said, how you plan on doing it? Finish 1 week, like every 3 days. So it would be a 24-hour advance, or excuse me, 48-hour advance. So every 2 days, you got to play 1 game. I feel like that's manageable. Every 2 days, you got to play 1 game. Now, if everyone finished early, then we could advance early. But bare minimum, 2 games, or 1 game, 2 days. All right, so well-rounded offensive alignment here. And he has good strength already. So he will be the starting center. I think. He will be the starting center. No doubt, in my mind. When we're done upgrading him, he'll be the starting center. He just have too much potential to not be. Yeah. It's like, yeah. Okay. So we didn't upgrade abilities whatsoever, and we should have. But yeah, he's going to be the starting center as a true sophomore. Should have upgraded abilities a little bit. And then we'll also upgrade Spike and the elite development guy. All right, let's see. Tell me that, yeah, upgrade stadium pulse 100%. I don't know why they took that out, bro. So another interior offensive lineman. Let's get his overall. Is he a senior? He is. So with the seniors, I just want to make sure they get drafted. That's what I be feeling like. Come on, man. As a coach, you gotta make sure your players are good at the next level. So let's just go all overall work with him. So like IQ is gonna get his overall up even higher, and that's all we can do. Now we could do the ability route. What's the most important thing here? I guess improve pass blocking. So he's a 92 overall right guard. Perfect. And then we could upgrade Buddy with the elite development. What's his archetype? Well-rounded. His strength needs to be improved a little bit. We could focus on that now, and then we could get everything else better. Man, these well-rounded. I don't care, man. The well-rounded, the best O-lineman. I don't care, bro. Like, look at this. What is his issue? What is his flaw? What is his flaw? What is his flaw? West Side, they timed you out because your message was too long. I could see it. So let me see what you said. But that's why they timed you out. They said your message was too long. Question: if I have Metro Atlanta, for example, and I go to school, doesn't have that pipeline, will become tier 1. The school already has it. Hey man, if you're talking about the coach pipeline, which I think you are, yo, what's up, bro? I think the coach pipelines don't really work how. I don't think they really work in this game. Point is, if you put a coach pipeline on, I could be wrong on that, but I truly don't think they work. So to answer your question, I personally don't think they do anything. You said, are you gonna play a game or just do the all-season stream? I think I'm gonna play a game, bro. I think I'm gonna play a game too. It depends. It depends how I'm feeling, but I don't got nothing planned today, so Perry here is he's kind of maxed. So we could upgrade the power, I guess. He's definitely kind of maxed out. What's his archetype? Well-rounded. Get him up to 90 overall. Damn, we couldn't. So, which they bring back generational prospects, bro. 100% agree with you, bro. It's like we got like the generational guys, but like they not, they're not Jeremiah Smith, they're not Ryan Williams, they're not Malachi Tony, they're not those guys, Get that power moves up there. Is he a senior? He is a senior, so yeah, overall, I want to make sure he get drafted. So he's pretty good. Like, he's definitely no slouch out here. Like, he's good at pretty much everything we could ask him to be. Up to an 88 overall before the boost. Williams, we'll upgrade Williams here also, as he'll be the starter. I feel like I need to make Williams better at do we get his quick jump up there one more? Why don't we? Or we can't. Oh, we can. Perfect. Okay. And then I guess the finesse moves, just max it out maybe? I don't know. Okay. And then the block shedding is trash, bro. Dying his block shedding is so trash. Is he a senior? He is a senior, okay. And we'll let him progress the rest of these players. D-tackle. You say you heard they determined coaching offers, but nothing less or nothing else. I heard that too. I also don't know if that's true, but I have heard that. I can't confirm or deny if that's true, but I have heard that before. We get the inside disruptor even higher. That's good. Yep, get the pocket disruptor. Yep, that's good stuff. His stick attempts hammer down here. I don't really care about workhorse. I don't care about. Make him better. Make him better. He's already very good. Maybe should have got his quickness up because he is extremely slow. But he's a good player. Is he a senior also? He is. He's a one and done guy. And then we upgrade Emmett Garrison. He is a power rusher with 2 skill caps total. So his strength is already good. We don't have to improve that his whole entire career, I feel like. His power move is also pretty good. Let's get it up to the 90s. Emmett is a guy that is going to be a starter for us. We got to get the run stopping up there if he's going to be a starter. Okay, I like that. And then buy ability. All right, 87 overall, true sophomore D tackle, 86 before the boost. And the rest of these guys we can auto progress. Let's see, the star development, Bart Cleveland. So what do you think they should add to Dynasty to 27 Dynasty wise? I had two big things I want. One I think is super unrealistic. Maybe not super unrealistic. One is I think is a lot harder to add. And that's going to be an athletic director mode. Talked about it a bunch of times. The way I envision the AD mode is you are the coach boss. So like we could hire and fire our coach. So for example, Marcus Vale will be Marcus Vale boss. And we have the option to do everything if we want to. If we want to play the games, if we want to recruit, if we want to, do everything that a normal coach would do, we can. But we are the athletic director. And what included in that, we could do the concessions. So we could set the concessions prices. We could set the parking prices. We could set the prices of, everything. But the reason that matters is because however much money we make as an athletic department, that means more money for the program. What did that mean? That means we could go hire a better coach. We could hire more coaches. We could put more money into NIL. So that's my second point. I want NIL in the game. So those are two things. NIL and athletic director mode, those things go hand in hand. And for the AD mode to work, you have to have NIL, in my opinion. Because if we raise the ticket prices, that's because we just came off a national championship season and we're expected to have an even better season. So we raised the ticket prices because guess what? Our roster costs more than it ever did before. And our whole goal is to not only win, but also make money as a football team. So those are the two things I want. Do I think we'll get any of them? I think we'll get NIL. I truly think we'll get NIL. But athletic director mode, I think that's going to be 2-3 years from now. But I hope EA proved me wrong. You said some of those athlete 3 stars are the truth. Yeah, but that's the closest you're going to get to like a generational prospect. So she rock out with USC, Nebraska, South Carolina for a new dynasty to win some natties. I would say I like South Carolina or Nebraska. Personally, I would probably lean towards South Carolina. So they had that Madden. Yeah, they had that the owner mode, and that's another reason I feel like we're not gonna get it because they literally took the owner mode out of Madden, which I don't know. I feel like once something in there, you don't take it out, but maybe it wasn't. They have all the stats behind it, so maybe nobody was being an owner. But yeah, I don't get how you take it out. All right, Cleveland is going to be a pretty good player. These linebackers just shoot up in overall pretty easily. I don't understand how this hammer ability is a hit stick ability, but the requirement is block shedding. You see? Improve hit stick attempts requires block shedding. Hey, block shedding is a lot easier to get than hit stick. I ain't gonna complain too much, but all right, I want to make sure this tackling is up there because them guys that can't tackle, they're annoying, bro. He's tremendously better, up to an 88 overall with the boost. So we have Mason. Let's upgrade Mason. So basically, our owner's dynasty, yeah, man. So basically, yeah, it's just called the athletic director in college football is what it is. Owner in Madden, AD in college sports. But I want them to expand on it. I don't want it just to be because the owner mode was cool, but the main reason people became owners in Madden was so they could move their team. All right, so Mason is going to be linebacker 1. Let's get his tackling up there a little bit more. Now we can get wrap up, which I think is pretty important for a middle linebacker to have. And I want to get his overall up there a little bit more just so he could get drafted. We're not going to be able to do it, huh? He's very well-rounded, though. He's extremely well-rounded. He's 89 overall. He might get drafted. He's very well-rounded. And then we'll upgrade, I guess, Joe. Need some water. What's his archetype? Thumper. Okay, yeah, get that tackling up there. I don't get how some of these thumpers come in with so little tackling. Okay, these linebackers, they overall just shoot up. All right, corner, D'Angelo. Oh, D'Angelo. D'Angelo, man. I think one thing, so he can't get press pro or the press ability. Oh, yes, he can. He has jammer. What am I talking about? So the reason I'm thinking he didn't have jammer because every time we tried to press last year, right by him. So he has some stiff hips. Gotta get him faster. Okay. Gotta get him faster. 94 speed, 99 acceleration. That should be good enough. How much did his overall just jump up? Okay, his overall jumped up quite a bit just from upgrading the speed. I think that's enough speed. 94 speed, we gotta live with that. So this is clearly a guy that's gonna get drafted. Let's just make sure here first rounded then at this point. 95 overall. We can max out the man. Get the zone up there to a respectable level. Just the 80s is all I need. Hands. He don't have one interception in his whole career. I would love for that to change. His tackling is trash. He's not here for that though. We got to get the blankets coverage. Got to get that up there. And Hawk, house call. I would love to get ball Hawk also, but improve interception attempt. So maybe he get an interception this year. D'Angelo Boyd, best player on the roster on paper. Bates, he won't have too much he can improve just because the skill cap's here. We can get some abilities for him maybe. Let's get the zone up, I guess. Then we can max out the speed. Okay. I'm surprised nobody went up in development trait. I just realized when we advanced, nobody increased development trait. So Bates is up to a 91 overall. 90 before the boost, but 97 speed. And then could upgrade Lonzo. Lonzo Ball. Zoe. Calling him Lonzo, man. Call him Lonzo. What's his archetype? Field. Okay. What's his speed? He need to go play safety. Oh yeah, he gotta go play safety. He ain't gonna work out at corner. Lonzo, next year you a safety, bro. Next year you go play safety. I learned how to catch too. All right, so that'll be the corner situation. Let's upgrade Thomas here. Then we'll upgrade our other two safeties and we'll be done. Thomas, he's a cover specialist. Get that coverage up there
Shazam!
as high as possible. Yo, Smitty, appreciate the follow, bro. So we could get the speed up there, which is probably what we need to do. And then Robber is a good one to get. All right, he looks pretty good. Get the catching up there. He dropped a few interceptions last year, man. Do you use sliders? Yes, sir. I'll show the sliders when I'm done progressing. Yeah, I do use some sliders. They're pretty good. I used them all last season, and I'm making no changes from last season to this season, so I do like them. All right, then our two safeties. Frederick Valentin, man. He was a freshman All-American, and he played very well. 80 or 79 tackles with 2 picks as a true freshman. He almost had that pick 6 against Clemson week 8 during the season. He is going to be a hybrid archetype. Let's get the coverage up there because we use our safeties in coverage pretty often. So he needs to be able to guard in man and zone coverage. Get the IQ. Play recognition is a good thing to have. How's his speed? That's good enough for a safety right now. Okay, let's see. Abilities. We can't even unlock any. Oh yeah, the hyper safety abilities be low-key buns. Okay, so run support. We get that up there just a tad bit. Okay, and then I'm honestly gonna go. Damn, I would have went a little bit more with the coverage, but he already caught 2 picks, so I feel like getting the hands up there don't really make sense, even though they're very low. He had 2 picks as a freshman. We have 5 left, and we can't get 1 ability. I guess we go IQ again. 86 overall with the boost. And then Quincy, cornerback, we just moved over to safety. So 6'2", 287. He has the speed. The coverages need a lot of work. The press is pretty good, but the coverages need some work. He's going to play, man. The way we run our defense, we'll have our backup safeties out there pretty often, so they need to be able to compete. Let's get the IQ up there again. So Quincy is going to be a higher overall than our other guy, but we're still going to start Frederick. No, they're both the same overall. Okay, cool. And then our kicker, Wade. You need to get stronger leg, man. We need you on nothing but squats, getting that hamstring stronger too. Oh man, he can't. He can't. Damn. Guess we get mega leg. Damn. Do awareness do anything for a kicker? I don't think I've ever seen a kicker get drafted. Let's let's make it happen. And then our punter here also, Miguel. Same story with him. He's maxed. Gonna need some new Gonna need some new kickers and punters here soon. So do you think strategists work in the transfer portal? The strategists for the visits you talking about? You talking about the visits part of strategists? 100%, yeah. Strategists definitely work for the visits. You said, how did you start your dynasty with the current week it was? Because when you're I forced the wins and losses. So like I wanted to take over Florida State like it was the current time in real life. So I just forced their wins and losses. I think I had all the recruiting on during the regular season, but I was another program. So I like started with Temple and I forced the losses at FSU. And then when I advanced to the offseason, I took over Florida State in the offseason. So I made the head coach, all that stuff. And that's how I did it. And then I retired I think whatever team I started with, Temple or whoever, I retired that coach. So with this online dynasty, if we're gonna start it, we're gonna start it in the off season. So keep that in mind. If we're gonna start this thing, I'm actually gonna start it in the real life point. So we won't. Yeah, we're gonna start in the off season. if we ever do start it. All right, let's auto progress the guys. +6, okay. You got spots in there, so it hasn't started yet. So yeah, we got no spots. So be honest, I don't know if we're gonna start the dynasty. It's if we have enough people interested, because I want to do a money dynasty. So everyone put up $15 or $25, whatever we settle on, and winner take all. So that's why it's tough to fill the dynasty up, because everyone not gonna want to put that money up. Like, if I just start a regular dynasty, oh yeah, we'll have plenty of people that want to do just a regular dynasty. But I want to start a money one, man. I'm trying to put some, you feel me? I'm trying to have some fun, man. Do a little friendly wager, or not a wager, but just a little friendly thing. I'll show the sliders. Also, I know you was asking Smitty. So these are my player sliders. These are my CPU sliders. Feel free to take a screenshot. I like them. Heisman stuff here. Heisman difficulty. You said money in hand, $100. Oh, we ain't doing no hundred. We ain't doing no 100 bones now. Oh man, we ain't doing no 100 now. See, I feel like you gotta do enough money where everyone cares, but you can't do too much money where it becomes. You said, JK, you a sub to the Twitch. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. That's gonna be the first sub of the day if you do sub. I appreciate you. But so we gotta do enough money where everyone cares about it, but not too much money where it become like toxic. You feel me? Like if we do $100 and like somebody get a forced loss, next thing you know, they throwing a fit, blah blah. You get me? Like it gotta be enough money just where like, you don't want to lose $25, but at the same time, if you lose $25, then Curry, man of his word. He said, JK, I'm a sub to the Twitch. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. That's first sub of the day, man. He said he gonna sub to the Twitch. Next thing you know, sub to the Twitch. We gotta cut 11 players here, man. 11 players. We have too many backfield threat running backs, I feel like. Let's force the normal development players to transfer. That's what it's gonna be. Normal development players just have no purpose on this team. Can you only upgrade your players before the season starts? No, you could advance to the next season and upgrade them. So I love your videos. You helped me become a dominant dynasty player. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, man. Man of his word. Man of his word. Let's cut these receivers. That's with the normal development also. Like, yeah. Even though you're an 80 overall, like, normal development, bro, come on. Normal development. Normal development. We don't really believe in red-shirting players on this team. So how many linebackers you try to stick with? I try to stick with 3 at each linebacker position. Maybe 4 at middle linebacker. Normal development, left tackle. They don't work out. Normal development, left guard. Normal development, backup center. Normal development. Let's see. We brought a couple freshman normal development guys. D tackle normal. And then Curry comes through with the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate you, big dog. Hey, man, everyone that just got gifted a sub, make sure y'all say appreciate the curry, man. That's cool, man. That's cool, man. That's cool. Shout out to my guy, man. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy, man. He said, yes, sir. Let's get Jaden to the top. Hey, man, I appreciate you. Hey, man, y'all be showing love, man. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all be showing love. The more y'all show love, like, the more I'm like, yo, I gotta stream. I gotta stream more. So I appreciate y'all show love, man. Y'all be going crazy. Normal development. Can't do it, big dog. Can't do it. You gotta go. Normal development. Linebacker. Got a couple of these guys. Cut you. Normal development. Middle linebacker. So I know we're gonna go under the. I want all the normal development guys off the roster. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll go. I'm willing to go under the roster limit to get these guys out of here. We'll keep Antonio. Normal development gotta go. All right. We're down to 80 guys, man. So your max would be $10? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I was thinking between like 15, 25. It would be whatever everyone agree with. So the way it's two options, two ways to do the online league. It's like let's say we do $15, or let's say we do $25. You do $25, you can do winner take all. So do some quick math. 25 times 32 players, $800. Winner will get $800. We could do that way. Winner get all. 25 times 30. Winner will get $800. Right? Or we could do where if you make the playoffs, you get your cheese back. And I like that option because, it gives you just get your money back. And like because every year will be $25 or every year will be $15. So if you make the playoffs, you get your money back. I feel like that's fair. So that's probably would be the way I do it. 25, you get your money back. And let's say all 12 teams make the playoffs. So that'd be 300. And then let's say the winner take all. The winner would take the rest. So the winner would get 400 in that situation. So that's probably like the better option. Do we need to do anything before we advance? I don't think so. New season is here, man. New season is here, man. We start the year ranked number 2. Wow, 99 overall roster here, man. Yeah, Flowers ended up as a 9-to-5er, bro. He went to get a gig, bro. He didn't like football that much. He went and got a gig. Bro. So were you able to keep your quarterback? Yes, sir. Let me show the graphic, man. I'm gonna keep showing the graphic because I like it. Yes, sir. We were signed QB1, man. We were signed QB1 for one more year. It's only a 1-year contract. 2.5 million is where we landed at, man. Appreciate that follow. 2.5 million is where we landed at. He wanted 3 million. We met in the middle. We was offering around 2. Now, cause and effect. We were signed Rayshawn, and it's a 1-year deal because guess what? He going to the league next year. That's the reality of it. He's going to the league. But we was not able to retain Joey Flowers. He has went on to he has went on to 9-5 it. So that's the unfortunate part. That is the unfortunate part here. Let me look at the roster. Let me look at some stuff. So I do want to play a game today. I do want to play a game, get into recruiting, all of that good stuff. But let me evaluate the roster. Let me do some typing. Let me get a podcast going. Let me get the storyline right for the season. Obviously a 99 overall roster here. We're looking very good. I wonder if we have anyone starting as a Heisman Trophy or, Heisman Watch. We had 2 players in the Heisman Watch last season. This year, no one. St. Clair is going to win it. He's up to a 96 overall. How did he come back? He was like how did he come back? You say you mess with this? Yes, sir. Bro, he goes to LSU every single time. Every single time. Keelan Russell on Ohio State. Julian Lewis is on. Okay, we got madness. We got madness in college football. The funny part is college football could 100% look like this next year. Oh, man. Preseason All-Americans. Okay. All offensive linemen. Where is our quarterback, man? D'Angelo Boyd is up here, man. And our kicker and punter. Oh, man. Good job, y'all boys. Second team. Nobody. Why are they disrespecting our quarterback, bro? Like, he just ain't. Yo, the disrespect, man. The disrespect. The disrespect, man. And they ranked Michigan. The disrespect, man. We beat these boys in the playoffs, and watch they don't even have CJ Carr. Watch CJ Carr went on to be a pro. The disrespect, bro. The disrespect. The disrespect. Let's look at the schedule they gave us. Alabama, Georgia, damn. Should we make it spicy? Should we make it spicy? Do we throw something else in between Alabama and Georgia? And bro, why both a road game? At Alabama,
Shazam.
at Georgia. Then we got the usual suspects. Florida, Clemson, Miami. Do we throw Michigan in between? Spice it up. Throw Michigan in between. Let's see if they're available. Let's see if they ducking. They not ducking. Them boys not ducking. No smoke. Them boys not ducking. No smoke, bro. All right, y'all got to come to us. We played y'all at the big house. Yeah, y'all got to come to us for this game. Oh, man. What a schedule. What a schedule, bro. It's going to be a fun season, y'all. If Michigan wasn't there, I was going to do LSU. What a fun schedule. Let's just take a peek at the recruiting rankings or the 5 stars that's interested in us. Ooh. Oh, yeah. We got some in-state 5 stars. Love to see it. That's interested in the program. Oh, love to see it. 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 Damn. You not interested? Playing style? Okay. You don't like how we play defense. Okay. I respect that. Okay. 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 All right. It's going to be a good season. It's gonna be a good season, y'all boys. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. This is year 3 under Marcus Vale, by the way. Year 3. So I expect later today or tomorrow morning the full season 2 video with Marcus Vale and the boys. So I dropped the full season 1 video. That thing was 14 hours, and it was 18 hours of footage. I just edited it down to 14 hours, man. So I took out 8 hours of that thing. But we'll see how long this one would be. So I expect that to come out tomorrow, or I mean, y'all already watched the whole thing on live, but all right. All right, bet. All right, bet. All right. How was the all season? The off season was good, bro. The all season was very good. You said Florida team's a cheat code for recruiting? 100%. Yeah, this is the easiest I ever had recruiting, damn near. But no, all season was very good. We brought in we only brought in like 7 transfers, I think we ended with. But we brought in 7 transfers that's going to make an impact. We didn't bring in no transfers that's going to be, not play. Actually, we did bring in 1 transfer that's a backup. Our backup quarterback. We literally needed to bring in a backup quarterback in the portal. But yeah, 7 transfers, all impact players, all players that should be on the field day 1. What we could kind of do here is we could set our depth chart. Oh, man. All right. So all right, we gotta really look at our running back attributes, because I really don't know who's like. Hey, appreciate the follows. Super spicy. Appreciate you, bro. I got
Shazam!
Big Banks. Also appreciate the follow, bro. 99 across the board, some hard work, mate. Hey, man, we deserve it. We deserve it, man. We deserve it. Hmm. Okay. Is there a file? Hold up. I need to go look at the quarterback class. So I'm writing this little storyline, but I need to look at the quarterback class. Tell me it's a couple 5-stars. Damn. No 5-stars? Hold up, that's just recommended. Okay, it's 1 5-star quarterback, and we can't talk about that. We can't talk to him. All right, what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? He said, damn, 5-star Zach Bear. Yeah, bro, yeah, I mean, bro, attributes, these 5-star running back attributes are not impressive, bro. Like, I don't know why. You said your YouTube stuff has helped me out tremendously in recruiting your multiple dynasty leagues. Keep at it. Hey, I appreciate you, Big Banks. I appreciate you, big bro. Let's You said what's one video of yours that you would recommend me watch that will help with recruiting the most? I dropped the recruiting video pretty recently. That will help tremendously. Damn, what's the name of it? I dropped the recruiting video pretty recently. Let me. Damn, I'm not gonna be able to find it right now. I dropped it within this past month. That would help out. I think I used like a 1-star team, and I signed the top 20 class with them. So I kind of went through the whole season, showed you everything you need to do. Oh man. All right, let's dive into this depth chart here. I did what I need to do. We got a couple podcasts cooking up, so we'll listen to those in a second. But in the meanwhile, let's dive deep into this roster and set the depth chart. So Slaughter, obviously QB1, and the rest of the quarterback situation is what it is, man. Hopefully Rayshawn Slaughter stays extremely healthy this season. Running back 2 is a big question mark because, like, it's no point to have 2 backfield threats. It's running back 1 and running back 2. Like, we need something different at running back 2 spot. And maybe it's the contact seeker. Maybe it's Ezekiel Ladd. With the 92 trucking, okay. He actually does bring something a little bit different to the table. He's not really a, damn, I didn't realize he's 6'1", 228 with 96 speed, 98 acceleration, 95 change direction. Like, he's a big running back, bro. Break tackle, spin move, juke move is good. Catching, like, I feel like he's way better than his overall says he is. Like, on paper, he looked better than Joe Jackson. We got to keep him healthy, though. Pro potential only a B. Joe Jackson just got drafted. So I think Ezekiel should be running back 2. Can't catch. Now, do we even care about getting the freshmen involved, the 5-star freshmen? Like, if they transfer out, do we even care? Like, their overalls didn't come in impressive at all. Yeah, safety Vale and the takeoff. We should have upgraded the takeoff. We could have upgraded during the offseason. We decided not to. But I hate to sound like this. I'm not even sure if I care if Zach or John, the 2 5-star freshmen, transfer. Like, they both impact development, and they both come in 74 or 75 overall. Like, I mean, D'Angelo, who was a 4-star, came in with a higher overall than the 2 5-stars. D'Angelo was a 4-star. Came in higher in overall than both of them. Why should I care if them guys transfer, bro? They both, or one of them from Florida, so I would like to keep Zach at least, but I don't know. I'm prioritizing D'Angelo. They all got the same development traits, so it's not like we getting anything there. Elusive bruiser, that's the only one we have on roster. East-West playmaker, that's also the only one we have on roster. How the skills cap looking? If I look at her, let me back out so it can save. If I look at the skill caps while I'm in the depth chart, it won't save it. So you got to kind of go back in and out. We can look at the skill caps now. Zach, 5-star. Only skill cap is enhanced. John, contact seekers. Like, will he ever reach his full potential? No. Contact seekers never do. So skill caps almost don't even matter. Solid skill caps though. And then we'll look at D'Angelo. We'll call him Jello. Just call him Jello. He has better skill caps than the last guy. Back out, go back in so it don't mess up depth chart situation. So I think we'll keep the running back. Now, I even want to pit. Yeah, we'll keep it like that. That's fine. This year, I definitely want to use multiple running backs. I don't want to just kill a starting running back. Yeah, let's have Morgan in at starting fullback. Okay, so this is where it gets interesting. I think Kristen should be receiver 1. I think. Or it's... So, BJ Gibson is going to be buried on the depth chart. So Nakamura is going to be, how does it mess up the depth chart? So if you press triangle on a player and look at his skill caps, it'll reset everyone else you moved, if that makes sense. So if I just moved